Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the RideShare Garage. We are live in the house. Well, actually, we're live in a lot of houses. What? Hey, before we get into this, bro, listen. I got us on Twitch, right? We've been going on Twitch, and I never go and check Twitch. So if you're a Twitch person, you can go under video.
If you're twitchy,
find us there. Yeah, if you're a little twitchy. What you trying to say, man? What you trying to say, man? I whoop your ass, man. What you know? So we're on Twitch. I'm waiting to see if Rumble's gonna start. I hooked us up in the Rumble. I hooked us up in the Rumble. Now we got to see how all this is gonna start. If it's gonna go. Vinny, check Discord. Why am I checking? I can't check Discord now. I'm not checking Discord now. I'm not doing Discord now.
I will.
That's right. That's right. But hopefully everybody can move on slowly into Rumble. You know.
No, whoa.
Yeah.
Listen, YouTube people, listen to me. Okay. I really enjoy the YouTube platform. I'm not trying to switch out. I'm trying to reach more. Now, if you want to take and accidentally bleep out Eddie's channel, that's completely as he just said. He wants to go to Rumble. I'm just trying to expand the audience. Okay, Eddie, god damn it, some bitch. By the way, y'all, yes. I'm joining tonight right now on the panel. I got Eddie driving in style next to me. Well, on mine, he's next to me. He's that guy.
Kind of. He's right here.
Little Puerto Rican leopard.
Right there. He's right there.
Don't discriminate. And then below me, I got the unbroken driver. Although, Steven, how long you been married now? About 5-6 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah, he's pretty broken now. We're gonna have to change that name to the broken driver because he is no longer the alpha male. He is the beta husband, the yes dear, the yes honey. I'm coming, honey. Wait, baby. Let me get your slippers, honey. What? A little to the left? I got you.
Rub her feet, suck her toes.
All right. So, what's going on, fellas? What's happening out there, man? I'm hearing a lot of crazy things, man.
Gig Wars.
She needs the link.
Oh, all right. I woke up late.
Steven, send her a link.
I'm already on it.
I don't have her email.
I got it. I'm already on it. Listen, I'm streaming to 18 different planets right now here.
Links that is really good. That is really good. Now I have to start a Twitch.
Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's up on Twitch. Can y'all see it? Y'all want to see what it looks like? That's the Twitch. That's the YouTube. I'm sorry. That's the Rumble. That's the YouTube. That's the Twitch.
Oh, there we go. Now I see it. Okay, now I see it on Rumble. I see it on Rumble right now, and I don't have a Twitch.
Bro. We don't care what you see, bro. We don't care what you see. Anyway, I know we're just starting out all crazy tonight because, listen, this is a garage, man. We're here to do 3 things. Okay, there are 3 things we're here to do every Wednesday night. Number 1, we're here to bring some positivity to the world because we could use it right now. Driving sucks out there from what guys, I haven't turned on the app in 10 days. And from what I understand, I'm not missing much. So, number 1, positivity. Number 2, we're trying to help you, give you the help that we didn't get when we all got started in this game. And number three, which is the absolute most important, we are here to watch Brandon eat pizza every Wednesday night in the RideShare Garage.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten pizza. No pizza today.
No, I got pizza yesterday. I'm good for today.
What? You left us out? Right. That's cold, man. That's cold.
All right. So what's going on, y'all? Steven, first and foremost, bro, you got your access back yet? Or
I am still not on either application. My background check still hasn't cleared for Lyft either, so it is what it is.
Have you gotten now? Who's it going through? Checker?
Yes.
Have you called them? Like
I haven't called Checker. I haven't called Checker. Yeah. I have what's it called? I have gotten several things from Uber, several things from actually nothing from Lyft. I didn't even bother because at least the background check is in process with Lyft. But from the internal team, I was told the background check is still in process, that they asked them to escalate it to put it ahead of I guess other background checks, but it's still taking as long as it takes. So no, my pivot's just been switching to an entirely different business structure, doing pressure washing.
Pressure washing.
Okay,
Nice. And how's that working out for you right now?
So far, I mean, I haven't started working it yet. I've been getting the equipment together and just doing the research to understand what level of chemicals I need to use in each situation. And so next week I shall officially be starting with that. And I'm also taking on the maintenance jobs as they come in with my dad. So, but it's been the maintenance jobs. They pay well when I get them. So
right.
From there, it just comes down to, okay, do I want to really put my foot on the gas with my dad and because he does most of his stuff through word of mouth and I can start advertising. Also, the one of the issues is in California, you have to have a contractor's license, or you have to have journeyman level experience in order to get commercial jobs. So you are not allowed to make more than $500 per job. Actually, if it's $500 or more, you have to have either somebody in your business that is a journeyman, or you have to be under a business that has a journeyman that's cleared for it. It's ridiculous. Other states have like $10,000 limits, and California is at $500.
Oh, you're talking about all the licensing and everything.
Well, yeah, to be able to take on commercial jobs. So even I can start the business, but the business can't take on those contracts where they could possibly, they say, well, it doesn't matter as long as you're not changing anything on the building, but then they have a dollar amount, a limit. So all the material, all the work has to be under $500, $499 or less. And then also in all my advertising, I have to put that I am not licensed.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the type of clients that I want to work with, especially in the areas close to me, the college areas and everything like that. I'm not trying to pick, I'm not trying to pick up the clients that want like a $99, driveway wash and stuff like that. Like the equipment, the know-how is valuable, and yeah, it's just not worth my time if I'm not getting paid what it's worth.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that in a little bit, because I don't know if we're gonna get if I'm gonna bring this up tonight, but if I do, that'll tie into kind of like what I've been thinking and feeling lately. Come on, Duncan. Anyway, Eddie, what's the status on your truck, bro? What's going on with
it was the stupid negative freaking wire. So, and I don't know, bad connection, something, and it crossed my battery.
You talking about negative cable to your battery?
No, actually, it's the negative wire that goes to the outside. It's connected to the battery, but then it's connected to the car also.
That's what I
ground.
And that correct. I think it might be the ground one, but it's not the one that connects. But it's not the one that connects directly to the battery. So whatever happened to the other one, it crossed out my battery. So they need to replace both of them.
All right. And have they given you a time frame on when you're going to finally be able to take your ass back to work and shake your booty on the street for us?
Tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, because Brandon needs his money. Pimp Daddy over there needs his money so he can buy his pizza. Yeah. If you're not working, he can't buy no pizza.
Because it really sucks. But I've been recording some videos and stuff. Been setting up these lights. Got my little foamy things so you guys can stop complaining about the echo.
Don't sound like you're in the toilet.
Or sitting in the toilet.
Well, you kind of do sound like you're still in the toilet.
But I haven't put them up yet.
See, hey, Melvin's already on you, B. Melvin's already on you.
Yeah.
In case you guys don't know who that guy is in the lower quarter, to my right, that would be Brandon, the Chicago Well, I got to make sure. Are we still the Chicago Lux black driver this week? Are we back to the or are we now the Uber shared peasant driver? Which is it, B? Which is it, B?
We'll see how this weekend plays out. If this weekend plays out in my favor, I might just keep the caddy a bit longer.
Man, boy, you change your mind more than a woman on a Saturday night.
I know it does, but today kind of shifted my thing because on the apps I only made $68, but on private rides I made about $400.
Nice.
So
only y'all hear that for a minute? Hold up. Y'all hear that for a minute? You know how many drivers right now just heard you say you only made 400 today?
Emotional damage.
That's just from the private. So it was a light day for me. I only drove for 5 hours.
5 hours, $400.
Yeah, $470.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, that's a regular Tuesday. Whatever.
Yeah,
it is. It is a regular. But you have to understand that I have
I got a $900 apartment.
I have a $900 a week bill, and then I spend like $400 a week on gas.
That's right. Plus, you got to pay $3,000 of rent for your apartment.
Yes, exactly. So what I'm doing is not cheap. I have a lot of expenses, so I have to make a minimum amount of money in order to maintain what I'm doing.
Your living, your style, your luxurious style of living.
Let's
so as much as you guys want to hate on me, you have to understand that like I have.
Consider Brandon muted. I can't. You're unmuted, bro. It's just your buddy in crime over there.
No. I get it. But yes, I make. It sounds like I'm being. I don't know.
Bragging?
No, I'm not.
No, okay.
Because you have to understand that my costs are higher than yours, and on top of that, I still have to pay for my Porsche, which is not making me any money. Okay. So I have all these costs. So I have to make that money, or I'm gonna go negative. If I go negative, I have to get rid of the caddy.
I get that.
The horror, resent Gig Wars. I resent it. The horror of having a Porsche downstairs in the garage. The Porsche parking spot is $1,000 a month. That's how balling Brandon is. It's $1,000 a month just for the parking spot for the X-car Porsche in the garage in his building. The horror. Oh my God! Hey.
Right now, I'm not paying because I'm not paying for the parking spot for the Porsche because I tried out a Veil, and
what?
So it's an alternative to Turo, and I had no idea what to expect. So the worst case scenario, I thought, okay, I'll try this out and see what happens. And at the very least, I'll at least get the car clean for free, and then I'll get like 5 or 6 days of free parking. So I just saw the car available on the Avail app, and you want to know how much they're trying to rent it out for?
How much?
$40 a day.
Your Porsche?
Yes.
$40.
I nearly shat my pants when I saw that.
I'm so glad you said it that way. Buddy, you know what? Hold on, wait a second. Because he's usually an F-bomb away from getting us thrown off YouTube and onto Rumble. Hold on.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw that, I immediately changed the scheduled reservation time to have that out and to the earliest time possible, which is Friday. So Friday, right. I'm getting the vehicle back. I'm gonna drive it to the airport. I'm gonna list it back on Turo and just let that ride it out. It's gonna involve me to be more involved with the Porsche, obviously, because I gotta clean the vehicle after each ride. But at least I'll make more money off of it than because like they're charging $40 for the Porsche. I'm gonna get like maybe like less than half of that. Like,
let's be honest. Let's be honest. All right, all a Porsche is a fancy ass Volkswagen. Okay, let's just be honest.
I further looked at all the vehicles they had in the area, and none of them were higher than $40 a day. And I'm like,
they're trying to undercut Turo, and that's the problem. They're trying to undercut Turo, and that's it's the same.
And they're incentivizing the people with the cars because you don't have to pay for parking and your vehicle is washed for free.
Big whoop-de-doo.
That's not a big deal.
Yeah. That you know what that would incentivize me to do? Drive my own damn car. Catch the bus. Get on the train. It's gonna cost me the same. I couldn't do it, dude. $40 a day for a Porsche.
Well, see, this is why I do things so that no one else has to. So now unless you have like a Ford Fusion, don't list your car on Turo, or don't list your car on Avail.
Well, listen. According to Melvin out of San Antonio, Texas, we're gonna see you in a Chevy Aveo next week. He says you go through cars like most people go through underwear. You're gonna be in a Chevy Aveo next week. Aveo. So, you never know. You never know. Right.
So the worst case scenario, because right now, actually, my fleet owner is looking for an SUV for me that he can lease out to me for $600 to $700 a week. If he doesn't, I'm going to see if I can negotiate him, see if he's willing to let me keep the Caddy instead of paying $900 a week. Offer like, hey, are you willing to let me have this for $700 a week, but I'll agree to keep it until New Year's, and see what he says to that. I don't think he'll take it, but if he can't find me the SUV, that's about like the only thing that I can do to try to recoup some of the money I'm losing, because the Caddy is not an app vehicle. Yes, while I can make decent money on the app, the real money is made on private rides. Like today, out of the 4 hours I was on a private ride, I drove a total of 3 miles. Because most of the three of the hours was just me waiting around for the person.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's insanity, bro. Insanity.
It is. It's opened my world to a whole new level of things I didn't think possible. But again, I have a very, very high cost to be able to do that, and I'm nowhere near maxing myself out. I have to be consistently doing at least 70% private in order to justify the cost.
Is that Brandon's new meme? Put it back up for those that didn't see it in the back.
Would you like to know my monthly expenses?
Put that back up.
It's about 85.
This is Sparta!
My monthly expenses are now at $8,500. If I don't make $8,500 a month, I'm losing money.
So with all these different vehicles, and listen, on a serious note, I appreciate you going through it, so that guys like me don't have to go through it like I did with the Uber rental, which incidentally I'm getting a lot of hate for. Well, not hate. I'm getting a lot of thumbs down.
What I will say though, as far as the black SUV game is concerned, if you can get a Suburban that runs on flex fuel for $600 a week, it is 100% worth it. 100% worth it. You're spending half the cost on fuel, and you're spending $300 less on gas. You're saving $500 a week. At that point, it is 100% worth it, and that's what I'm trying to get back into until I get more private clients.
Well, here's the bottom line. I guess for you in your situation, you're gonna have to cross the bridge when it gets slow again up there for you. Because I remember we went through this last year, and when it got slow for you, you were walking around down there. We'll drive you for EBT card fares. Looking for rides.
So
wait, damn it, Brandon, put a slice of pizza in your mouth and wait. Okay. Now I forgot where I was going, so go ahead. No.
I get what you're saying, and I have a plan. If that plan goes well, by the end of the year, I'll have a Tesla sitting in my parents' house, and I will move to Florida for the Orlando area for 3 months, the first 3 months of the year. Take most of that time off, but maybe occasionally do some airport rides or Disney runs in Orlando when I get bored.
Well, listen.
Because you guys say that your busy season is January through March. So if that's true, then I should be able to support myself doing that.
Who the hell told you January through March? Our busy season is October to April.
Okay, see, so January through March falls within that time.
Right, but what I'm trying to get to is you're putting out a hell of a lot of money for a 3 or 4 month season.
Okay,
wait, no, time out. I remember what the hell I was gonna say. Okay, let me Stephen A. Smith your ass real quick. Okay, it's all good. You know what? I'll say it like this, and then I'll let you go ahead. Everybody's a hero. Everybody looks like a superstar when it's busy and they're making that cash. But when times get tough and times get slow, there's very few people that still look like heroes. They all go into crying. They all go into, oh, woe is me, for 2 reasons. Number one, they overinvested in something that can clip their nuts like that in a heartbeat, right? You can absolutely be deactivated in 10 minutes from now. So drivers have overinvested into that. That's number one. Number two, when times are good, people don't know how to squirrel away money. So when times are bad, they don't have to sweat it. So all I'm saying is, Brandon, man, I love it that you're making the money, but I've been watching you struggle. I'm glad it's you and not me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I mean, bro? Just be careful, dude. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful.
I'm being, you may not think so, but I am being extremely careful. I just got access to another chat that gives out a lot more private rides. I haven't been touching those because a lot of that has just been through. A lot of that is really paying as much, or maybe a little bit less than what Uber would give you for the same ride, because it's lower tier vehicles that are on that vehicle list. But at the worst case scenario, if I got banned off Uber, I can fall back to that and still make decent money.
And hold that thought. I want to stop and thank Cray Cray Nay for that $10.
Thank you, Cray Cray. Thank you, Cray Cray.
Anyways, I've taken up enough time.
We all appreciate you, Cray Cray. That's all right, B. That's all right, B. You know what? Glide, where I don't know where the hell Glide is, but Glide's always messing with me. He's asked me if I got crystal meth in my vape. You know, if I got a little too much rum and a little less Coca-Cola in my can here. So, but he's got a special request, so we're going to give him the Jeff special. Jeff special. Here you go, just for Glide.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
There you go, Glide. I got you covered, brother. Got you covered. All right. What else is going on? So
somebody wanted to see the weather for today.
Somebody wants to see the weather for today?
Yeah, what was the weather?
Oh, that's in the other. No, you got to tune into in the mornings with Eddie and Vinny for the weather.
It's in the mornings.
Yeah, it's in the mornings. We don't do the weather at night. We just don't do the weather at night. Only during the day. So, Red, what's going on, Red? How you doing tonight? Even though you still got that blue hair, I don't know how you gonna call yourself Red with the blue hair. How's life for you out there tonight?
It's been a rough day. Hey, Sergio.
Serge.
Day.
Serge is in the house. Welcome, Serge. Welcome, Serge. All right. So what happened on your day, Red? Let us know.
Oh, well, I sent you a link about it, so I was dealing with that.
Oh, yeah, I'm waiting. Jeff has a ride that he's taking care of right now. He's going to be joining the stream in a little while. So Jeff will be here. If y'all don't know who Jeff is, it's Uber Jeep AZ, a.k.a. Jeff Talks, which that shirt is live. I don't know where Kiki's at. I'm missing Kiki. Kiki, can you post the link? Kiki, can you post the link? Everybody's been waiting on this link. I'm getting beat to death over this link. But But yeah, he's going to take care of a ride. I sent him what you sent me. He wasn't too kind.
Yeah.
That's kind of jacked up. But other than that, how did your shift go? How is your area in food delivery doing right now where you're at? Is it the same, slow, better?
It's definitely slower. And, of course, because of that, I had a later start to the day. And to be real with you, our air quality right now is really
that's
poor.
right. You're getting part of that Canadian fire where they went and set all the fires to smoke out northeast part of the country.
Yeah, so at like 6 o'clock, I actually came home. My mouth started to feel funny, and I was just feeling like a little dizzy, and I likened it to the air quality, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna get some lemon pepper wings and go home.
So it's funny. It's saying that Chicago is being covered by the fog, but I don't really see it.
Well, that's because you got that $9,000 penthouse that's way above all the peasants that live below you.
Mm-hmm.
You see, now I can see out the corner left side of your camera there, and I can barely make out people and cars. They look like little dots. Some of us don't live above the rest of us at 9,000. The cat is even high right now. I know that cat's short of breath over there jumping up on that table, talking about Brandon, where's the pizza? Anyway, Sergio, what's going on, buddy? How are you? How's everything with you? You been gone?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm surviving.
All right.
Well, for myself personally, I haven't turned on the app in 10 days. Eddie, he Eddie did what he normally does. Eddie could mess up a very nice dream that men like to have. And so he messed up his car again. Steven's still waiting on Checker. Brandon's waiting on his pizza. And Red's getting choked out with pepper wings. How are you doing out there in Cali, brother?
We're doing excellent. And I see Brandon changed his screen name to the King of All Drivers.
Yeah, we indulge him with his 1% of chemistry.
Okay.
We indulge.
What makes you the king? Who decided you're the king?
It's a self-declaration.
Oh, I got you.
You got to remember.
I was wondering what gives you that title, because I'm like, that's a 1 in a billion title right there. But, is that like
emotional damage?
Hey man,
You have to have self-confidence, right?
He came in and busted you up, B. He busted you right up.
I'm not worried, man. I'm all good.
I noticed everything, so I have a curse. I have a photographic memory, so it's like I'm not happy about it. Trust me. Anyway, so what's going on in the garage? I haven't been in the garage for.
Well, yeah, we noticed. We know we ain't happy about it either, bro. But we understand why you did. For those of you that are out here, if you haven't heard yet, let me introduce you to the new wolf of Uber Lyft. Where the hell is my money, you cheap some bumpkins, not giving us our money? If you don't know, Sergio and a gentleman by the name of Pablo out in California, they found a whole lot of missing money, man. And we ain't talking about a nickel or a dime. We're talking about millions with an M. Millions worth of dollars, worth of stuff, monies that wasn't being paid out to drivers in California. So, Sergio, first and foremost, brother, congratulations again.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of those drivers that are getting money deposited into their accounts, they have no clue. They have no clue why that money is being deposited. They have no idea that 2 everyday drivers went out there and found that money, man. And you guys put it to them, and we applaud you. So go ahead, brother. Tell us how it's going. And man, are you still on the app?
Oh yeah. I'm on the app. I'm sleeping with one eye open though.
The Clinton list, huh?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. No, we figured something out and it worked out, and it got amplified obviously quite a bit with the LA Times story. So,
Yep. Very good
you
story,
know,
by the way.
it's look, man. I mean, somebody's got to keep their feet to the fire, and a lot of people do it. Teaching others how to work the apps, like you guys and whatever. And we tried the same thing. It's just a little bit different style. I mean, I'm thrilled about it, right? But I don't think this is just the tip of the iceberg. So you guys know, the money that they're paid out probably will come to close to, I don't know, a couple $300 million.
Damn.
They're not going to announce it, obviously, and they're not going to break it down for themselves. Each company, we know how much they're putting out. But all I can say is we're just begun, seriously, because Prop 22 is something that's only in California, and Prop 22 is what they're trying to sell throughout the country, which is, if we can do anything and slow that down of spreading the virus to all over the country, I think we'll do justice to a lot of drivers, because Prop 22 is not a model that should be pushed around the country. And it's not what they made it look like, and we're just going to break that down now, piece by piece by piece, and a lot more to come. It's besides getting the money, we're more interested where the actual money is, because that's going to amount to close to $7 billion, maybe $8 billion.
Wow! Whoa! 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 How much?
7 to 8 billion
With a B,
with
as
a
in boy.
B. Yeah, as in boy. Yeah, B as in boy.
That's the total amount that all drivers are missing.
No, that's not what they're missing. That's what's collected from each trip, the rideshare trip and delivery trip in California. Because when they brought Prop 22 around and spent $220 million to pass it, not once they mentioned that Prop 22, they sold it as a California driver benefits, and not true, right? Because they never mentioned it once during the campaign when they were trying to pass Prop 22, that this was going to be a totally consumer-funded proposition. They said it's just California driver benefits. And Prop 22 became the law of the land in January 2020 after the last election.
Right.
So, and now we're figuring out that they have not put a penny out of their own pockets for, towards Prop 22 for actual California driver benefits. And the way Prop 22 is written is that only about 8 to 9% of drivers receive benefits. And those are going to be the full-time drivers who drive close to 40 active hours a week.
Active, meaning active utilized hours, what you mean?
Yeah, active utilized hour, which is period 2 and period 3. And that applies, same thing applies to rideshare and last mile delivery. So Prop 22 it covers pretty much every one of these companies. Obviously in rideshare, Uber and Lyft, and in food delivery or package delivery, you run the gamut. Let's say Doordash being the leader, obviously, then Uber Eats, then Grubhub, then Instacart, then Amazon Flex, then Walmart Spark, then Target Shipped, and there's Roadie, and there's smaller ones. So they all fall under Prop 22, and they are charging the customer. I can give you what LA County does, which is I'm in LA County. So in LA County, each Uber and Lyft trip, if any passenger looks at their receipt once they finish the ride, there is a line item clearly indicating saying that California driver benefits. And in LA County, that fee is 75 cents a trip on rideshare.
Damn.
And on Deliveries, it ranges from 99 cents to $1.50 per delivery. So let's just take Uber as being the big kahuna. Uber did 2.1 billion global trips in the last quarter. They don't break it down, but we know 70% of that is in the US. That includes rideshare, food delivery, package delivery, everything.
Okay.
So out of that top line, 27% of Uber's market share is California. So out of 1.5 billion trips, 27% comes close to about 400 million trips a quarter. And now take that back 13 quarters all the way to January 2020. That comes close to 4 billion trips in California alone. And from the first day, they've been collecting 75 cents to $1.50 on each trip. This is just Uber. Now DoorDash, now Lyft, now Instacart, Grubhub, each one.
Yeah.
Now this money has been collected from the customers. Now you guys are going to say, well, what's the big deal? This and that. Okay. What we discovered is that just a minuscule part of the adjustment, which, a lot of people are making it look like, these companies are doing a great job and they paid right away. This is not something that they opened their bank accounts and paid for. This money was sitting in their bank accounts for the last 3.5 years collecting interest anyway. So the bigger picture now is you have a proposition that failed. You have a lot of people falling asleep at the wheel for 17.5 months until we figured it out.
Right.
Nobody did anything, including the California treasurer, who all these companies are trying to throw under the bus. She was supposed to make this adjustment, and she didn't. She had her reasons. And look, I actually posted an article yesterday on our website, on the RSG website, and it has every single screenshot, all the proof, all the call logs, all the screenshots necessary for everybody to go see it. Please go take a look at it if you're interested in the subject.
Steven, can you go and grab the link to that, and we'll put it up in the chat so that
so what happens now is that because the law is so vague and so convoluted in the way it's written, I think during the campaign, when they spent the 220 million, and I was watching non-ending Prop 4, vote yes on Prop 22 commercials on CNN and other channels, nonstop, literally, because they're trying to sell it as, the California driver's package, benefits package, vote for Prop 22, say yes to Prop 22. And sure enough, it passed with 59% of the voters, of the vote. And I think the voters have a right to know where their money has gone. Where's the money? Where's the beef? And if you add all that up, so 4 billion trips on Uber, I don't know, probably, I think if you add it all up, it's probably going to be 7 to 8 billion trips. And assuming each one is $1 or 75 cents or $1.25 or 50 cents or whatever, there's billions in dollars that have been taken in, because if you look at the passenger receipt, it clearly identifies as California driver benefits. And if you read the small print below it, it says this amount was charged to the rider and it directly was paid to Uber. Okay, now it says the same thing on everybody's receipt. Well, if Uber took the money, I'm sure some genius over there is keeping track of this, of what's coming in and what's going out.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah. So, and this is for each company, by the way. I'm just picking Uber because they're the largest, obviously. So if you put this all together, we think it's close to literally $6 to $8 billion that's been collected from the consumer end user under Prop 22 California driver benefits.
So Sergio, let me hold you up for a second right there. So what you're saying is, under Prop 22, what the 59% of the voters in California agreed to supplement drivers' earnings, right? We know that. they were collecting. It was an extra expense on the rider to cover the difference, the money collected for Prop 22. None of that supplemental money came directly. It wasn't out of Uber's pocket or Lyft's pocket or DoorDash or Grubhub or Instacart. It's out of the consumer's pocket. Am I understanding that correct?
Yes, it's all consumer paid. Prop 22 is a fully consumer paid proposition.
Isn't that fraud?
I don't know. We're looking into it. I mean, even if I know, I can't say much because we're working on it. But all I can say is there is a lot of money at stake, and the we don't want this Prop 22 to spread to other cities, other states, because until it's cleared up. I mean, look, a lot of people who received money after what we found were, I would say 80% of them were delivery drivers, because deliveries, any state, let alone in California or LA or wherever, is working for tips. It's not like rideshare. So I always said it, I said it a few months ago, if you're a rideshare driver in California and you're receiving Prop 22 benefits, you should be doing something else, because the law is written in a way that you're not supposed to receive the Prop 22 benefits, because it's on active hour, and if you do one trip per hour, you could easily hit the $15 per active hour, which is nothing for rideshare. I mean, you must be a super ant to receive Prop 22 money in California if you're just a rideshare driver. If you're, it's written in a way that you should never make that minimum, and that's why only 8% of drivers get the healthcare benefits and guaranteed funds. But besides that, it's a lot of money for it to be in a slush fund without accounting, without credibility or responsibility, right? I mean, you're collecting this from consumer on every single trip, every single delivery. Well, what's coming in, what's going out, how much are you paying, and then if you have money left over, what are you doing with this money? Now, are you pocketing it? Are you bumping up your earnings as public companies? What is there? Where is the money? Where is the accounting? But nobody knows. We called all of them. They all said take a hike. A couple of journalists, friends of mine, called. They told them to take a hike. So I guess we will have to, just like we did with the California Treasurer's Office, I guess we'll have to call some other people now, because we would like to see the accounting of this money. And I think it's justified. Now, if it was totally out of their pocket, if it was not consumer funded, and I think the consumer would like to know, the voters would like to know. I mean, this is not a political issue. These are all global total market cap of $150 billion market cap companies. I am sure somebody's keeping track of this money coming in and what they're paying out. This is not that difficult, really. It's much simpler than their algorithms that they pull around all day long, right? So I'm like, 100%. And that's it. I mean, that's the next leg as we're working on it, and hopefully we'll get somewhere with it. A lot of people think,
I mean, they collected all this money, so didn't they notice that they've been collecting billions?
Nobody notices. Nobody does. Nobody does until you read the small print and you figure things out.
Yeah.
I mean, for 18 months, nobody figured out that the drivers were not getting the inflation adjustment until we figured it out.
Insanity, though, because I mean, you got to think, when the revenue comes in. Oh, well, let me ask you this, Sergio. Who holds the money?
Well, does it go directly? It directly goes to the companies. We don't know. Nobody knows.
Wow.
I mean, there is no look. The law. We read the law like 25 times already in the last 2 months. We read every line, every word. We had it. We had legal opinions on it. I mean, that's why we pushed forward with that story in the LA Times story, because LA Times is going to do their own due diligence. Obviously, they're not going to believe me because I sent them a couple of screenshots. Okay.
Right.
So what happens is that on that issue was that obviously these people have amazing, legal teams and lawyers when they write these propositions, and we could not find another proposition in the history of the United States that a public office was put in charge to make an adjustment on an inflation basis, right?
Really?
No, we couldn't. And then the treasurer's office, when we called it, now that the story's out, we can talk about it. The treasurer's office, when we first called them, whoever answered the phone, I mean, this is the California treasurer. This is the fourth largest economy in the globe. California's economy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're not talking some, small mom and pop California treasurer of some small state or whatever.
Right.
So when we called, they absolutely had no clue what Prop 22 was, let alone they were in charge of adjusting and publishing the adjustment. Initially, actually, they pushed us towards the IRS website because they thought we were talking about the 65.5 cent standard mileage deduction. And we said, we have to wrangle you back in, lady. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Prop 22. And I was like, okay. And she said, they put somebody on the phone who knew what they were talking about. This is all in the articles anyway. But she said, we didn't publish because Prop 22 was under litigation in January of 2022. We said, okay, that makes sense. Because clearly under Prop 22, it's written in law that it's the California Treasurer's responsibility to publish this new rate, mileage rate, according to the CPIU. Now, when they wrote the law in January 2020, inflation was 1%. And none of these knuckleheads figured, with the pandemic money slushing around, inflation is going to explode. And they put this adjustment in there saying that, well, the rates should be adjusted according to CPIU in January of 2022 and 2023. So when we called the treasurer's office, they said we didn't do it because it's under litigation. Okay, we said that's a reasonable excuse. But we went deeper, got a couple of legal opinions, and both legal opinions were that they said no such thing. Prop 22 is the law of the land. It's under appeal. It's not being litigated. And sure enough, when Brian got the story, he called them up, and he called all the companies up, and they gave Brian the same reason. But before then, before we took it to social media on May 4th, by the way, this all started with my friend, obviously, another driver, Pablo, who has never gotten a penny from Prop 22 money, ever. But he's a nerd like me. He likes reading. And all this started on April 13th with a simple, innocent text to me. And I get tons of texts, tons of emails a week from drivers. I get to all of them. And he said, Sergio, maybe you should look into this. And I was like, okay, let's take a look. And then, you dig and you uncover things. But so long story short, on May 4th, we took it to social media. Before then, on April 28th, I called the treasurer's office myself. Now, I introduced myself as senior contributor at RSG. I'm doing a research article talking about this Prop 22 adjustment. They gave me the same excuse. They said, well, we didn't publish because Prop 22 was being litigated at that time. I'm like, okay. Well, we knew that was not correct because there was no litigation. It was just under appeal. And on May 4th, we tweeted and Pablo tagged the California Treasurer's office saying that when will you make this adjustment? Now, you guys must understand, if you're in California or not, Prop 22 was under appeal. That was correct because in 2021, a judge threw Prop 22 out as being unconstitutional in California. And then immediately, of course, all the gig companies appealed to the appellate court. And on March 15th, the appellate court upheld Prop 22 as constitutional, right? So why didn't the treasurer make the adjustment on March 16th then, or March 18th, or April 10th, or April 20th, or whatever, right? So on May 10th, she made the adjustment finally and put it on her website. And she tweeted back, which was her biggest mistake, was by tagging us, saying that spread the word. I made the adjustment. You're the California treasurer. You're the treasurer of the fourth largest economy in the world.
Yeah.
Don't think there's 1.4 million gig workers in California. 1.4 million. You don't
government
make a
bro.
public announcement about this, just telling two schmucks in LA saying you guys go ahead and spread the word. Like, what's wrong with this?
Well, because I mean, Serge, you might not want to be honest about it, but I'll be honest about it. What she's not going to go and do anything on purpose to hurt her donors or hurt their donors. You got to call it what it is.
Well, I get that. I get that. But our point was that when she made the published announcement or published the new rates,
you want me to put it up
on May 10th? Guess what? The Prop 22 was still being appealed now to the California Supreme Court. So the same excuse she said she didn't publish the rates for still exists when she made the publishing on May 10th. So I'm going like, well, we knew that was the case, but anyway. And now she's running for lieutenant governor in California.
See?
With plenty of backing.
That's not going to go too far. But
whether it goes far or not, money's secured. She's got her bag. She's going to make sure she's got her bag.
Well,
your boy in Minnesota's got his bag. You know, the governor's there. I mean,
yeah, but so you're saying there was collusion between the gig companies and her?
Shit, yeah, of course.
Well, what happened is that when we called and Brian called.
Wait, Serge, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me take that back. Let me rephrase that.
Because there was no reason for her to do that.
I don't know if there's collusion or not, but when somebody's not doing their job on something that was voted on by the state, and we're not talking about a little dusty town outside of Bakersfield next to Fort Irwin. We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
We're talking about a state fund where there are billions, as you said, billions with a B dollars at stake. Somebody should be doing their job.
Yeah.
I don't think that's something you just overlook.
No, I know. And you know, to her, to that department, we have never spoken to Fiona Ma. We've spoken to enough people at the California Treasurer's office. And, you know, they said actually Doordash and Uber contacted them in January of 2022 and said to the treasurer, well, why aren't you publishing this? And treasurer said, I'm not publishing because, you know, it's under litigation. They gave her the same excuse. So,
right.
So the point is that is that you know, there's a TechCrunch article that just came out, which was yesterday or the day before, about the same issue. Now, this Rebecca Bellin at TechCrunch obviously put us in there, but she called all the parties. Now, whatever we were told, the treasurer's office told her, the journalist, that there was no attempt between Doordash and Uber Eats telling her to run these numbers and publish in January of 22. While she's telling us, they contacted me. We have all the correspondence between us and the gig companies. So now I filed a FOIA request, which is Freedom of Information Act, because now I want to see. Now I want to see this, right? Because like who's lying? Somebody's lying.
Well, wouldn't it make sense that all the apps knew they were sitting on that money? Because you said something last night that, you know, even though I read the articles, skimmed through them and all, you said something last night. As soon as they were told, hey, y'all got to pay this, they paid it instantly.
Yeah.
Which meant they were sitting on that money. They knew they had that money.
Yeah.
They knew they had to pay that money out. That's the only way they could pay that money is if they had the money, right?
Well, no, they still had to pay it. But my concern was that when she published it, you know, one thing is to get this published. One thing is for these companies to pay.
Right. Exactly.
But to my surprise and you know, contentment on you know, literally a week later, DoorDash sent out emails and Uber Eats then followed, then Lyft followed, then last weekend Grubhub and Instacart followed. So my concern was that because she published on May 10th, they were going to say, well, hey, it's not our problem. She only published on May 10th. We're going to pay the 34 cents mileage adjustment going forward from May 10th as opposed to retroactively. Now, the fact that they're going back retroactively and paying for all of 2022 and 2023 kind of tells me that they probably went to their legal departments and said, you know, what do we have here? And then they all probably said, it looks like a massive class action lawsuit, potentially. Right. Let's just pay. Because this is money we're sitting on for the last 3.5 years anyway. And whatever we're sitting on versus what we're about to pay out is not even 10% of what we're sitting on, maybe 5% of what we're sitting on. So that's why they paid. You know, everybody's going like, I mean, I give him credit for doing it retroactively, obviously. So, you know, that story ended there, but you know, there's a lot more meat on this bone. So without boring your crowd and you know,
ain't nobody bored. They want to know. Listen, I think especially now with it, from what I'm seeing and hearing, markets being very slow, markets being very saturated. I mean, issues like Steven's still having. I don't understand why it takes a month to get his background checks cleared.
I did mine last week. It took like 10 seconds, literally.
That's what I mean. So we, you know,
well, if you run into a problem with that, Steven, shoot me an email and I'll send you to somebody who'll take care of your stuff.
And I tried to respond. The email you sent me, I sent my information to them, and they never got back to me.
No, just call them up, call the number, and say Sergio sent you, and talk to Larry Smith.
Okay.
That's because you have not gotten suspended or deactivated yet. So once you get there, then they'll take over, because right now it's in the process and they cannot accelerate the process. But I did my Uber, I think a month ago. It took like less than a minute, and I had my report. And Lyft was last week, and it took like less than a minute. So, but if they do deactivate you for something in your background check, and you figure you get your report from Checker and it's erroneous, then definitely call Larry and say, hey, you know, they will definitely not only get you back on, but get you,
Works for me.
So that's where we are. I mean, you know, a lot of people got a lot of money. I'm happy about it. You know, but more to come. This is just beginning.
Known as the GoFundMe. That's what we were talking about last night. Where's the GoFundMe link?
Nah, but, you know, all those things, you know, Jeff, I mean, look, man, we appreciate all that. But I think, you know, if it wasn't for Pablo, credit is due where credit is due, man. If it wasn't for Pablo nudging me with this, and, you know, I did my best to get it to where it needs to go. And I mean, I knew we had something big when we got the legal opinion that Prop 22 was the law of the land. And the sequencing that it went, as far as publishing is concerned, I think that was enough for me to, you know, look, I mean, I write for a RideShare Guy. I'm not going to say I work for the RideShare Guy, but I'm a freelancer. Obviously, I have contracts or whatever. But there are certain things that you cannot do on the RideShare Guy. I mean, and FYI, whoever's watching from the RideShare Guy or your crowd, we just hit 150K on subs, which is great. Thank you, much appreciated, everybody. And but you know, that's 150K, and then on the blog side, maybe we'll have 200,000 newsletter readers. Now it's a big number, don't get me wrong, but that's nationwide or globally or whatever. So our voice is not there. So you know, this needs to be like out there for a lot of other people to read and to see and to understand, right? So
right. Well, I mean, you know, listen, we know what's the turnover rate, Sergio, for Uber and Lyft right now, for gig workers, gig drivers.
High, I think. And last time we spoke to Uber, they said 70%. So
yeah, 70%. So people are in and out of the gigs. It's only, you know, there's only so many of us that have stayed in, whether it's full-time, part-time.
Yeah. Well, that's the concern, though. That's the concern, though, on our end. Now, you know, our concern is, so, you know, I was talking to actually Brian Merchant a couple of days ago before he came on yesterday. I said, Brian, you know, what we missed here is that, okay, so let's say, what if you did DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart for all of 2022, okay? And for some reason, you got deactivated in January of 2023. I was
going to ask about that.
And we need to get this money to these people. Or what if, just like you said, it's a transitory crowd? What if they were tight on cash and worked the apps for 7 months, deleted the app, no banking account is attached, nothing is attached?
Nope.
Where is that money? I mean, like, these people need to get paid. That's the problem with these companies. Okay, I mean, look, they have their good sides, they have their bad sides. Balance is key, obviously, but there is no transparency even when they're paying you. There is no transparency when you're working, actually, and there is no transparency when they're paying you, because the way the money showed up in people's accounts was literally just give credit to Uber and Grubhub and Lyft. They, at least there was a line item when the money showed up. It says Prop 22 adjustment.
Right.
DoorDash, being the largest delivery company in the United States with 65% market share, my wife's account and my account, we just got money credited into our account. You can't click on it. There is nothing that says this was that adjustment.
It's magic money.
It's magic money that just showed up. And
I opened my account and at the bottom
caught
it
up in the
said, "Here
fuzzy
you go,
math."
motherfucker." That's all it said.
Well, that's the point, right? How do we know they paid correctly? Because I am a nerd. I do my spreadsheets like the king of drivers over there. I'm sure he does his spreadsheets all day long. And I'm going like, do you do spreadsheets, bro?
I do actually. I'm actually.
Yeah. So I have.
You know what his spreadsheets were on?
I started doing deliveries July of last year. I did my 1100th last weekend, and I keep such detailed records, maybe like a 12-column spreadsheet with online hours, active hours, dollars per mile, active miles, because Prop 22 is on active miles, this adjustment. I knew exactly that for 1,100 deliveries since last July, I had driven 3,586 miles. And as soon as the adjustment came out, I exactly knew what I was going to get paid. Actually, Uber Eats shorted me $3. But
what?
They did. I was supposed to get 88.75. I got 85.75. So in our family alone, we got $300 between me and my wife, and we are super CPU Cherry Picker United president members. That I don't touch anything without tip and things like that. So what this helped the most actually are all those top dasher, ants who accepted every trip, $2 base pay for 5 miles and things like those guys are going to get a couple $1,000s for sure. So I was like, okay, but how about transparency? How about tell every driver, because the numbers, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, that. What each trip active miles were driven. How about a breakdown for each driver who doesn't do spreadsheets like me or the king over here? Just say, okay, you drove 12,850 miles and you're getting $600 for this. I mean, right? So no transparency when you're working, no transparency when you're delivering, no transparency when you're doing rideshare, and now no transparency when they're paying you back. They may not be too much for a lot of people, because a lot of people do this gig as a joke, right? Because I go like, whatever. I made $100 today. You know how that goes. You didn't make shit. You grossed $100. Let's figure out the rest of your life. But again, tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more to come. Actually, Suana Hussein, who is another wonderful LA Times journalist. So what I was saying is I work for RSG. I write for RSG. Let's say, as independent as I am, but certain things cannot be on RSG. So what I do is I package these stories and I don't shop it around. I trust certain people in the community. And I go, because Brian had done the algorithmic wage discrimination story about a month before this, with all our tests in Chicago and LA, the 4 drivers sitting side by side, all getting different stuff. So he trusts me, I trust him, and I thought this should be like a California paper that does this. So I said, I packaged it, all the screenshots. I go, here you go, Brian, do whatever you want with it. And he did an amazing job, Brian. Thank you, buddy. But to see, this is the big thing now, and I'm gonna go have you guys have fun. We are doing stuff. I mean, a lot of people honestly don't think we're doing anything. We're just shits and giggles over there. Okay, we're not. We're really doing good stuff, and sometimes we succeed, sometimes we fail. On this one, we succeeded, but I think this is going to go a lot deeper now, because I am thrilled that it worked out, and more to come. And I was saying, Shwana Hussein, who's another wonderful journalist at LA Times, is going to run a big story next week. It's almost getting finished. And it's our package, or my package I sent her. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. If I run into things like this, yes, I'll write it on RSG after the fact. But before then, now I have their trust, right? I have a community of journalists who trust me. They know my shit is solid. So when I call them, they're going to listen. They're going to go, what do you have? Right? So this is the opportunity for all gig workers, right, to push, right? Because we need to. And now that you have a megaphone, right, or an amplification of your voice through an LA Times or a New York Times or Wall Street Journal or whatever, those are good friends to have. And I think we can get a lot done. I really do. I think we can get a lot done now. I think this was the one. Look, I've been in, I don't know, quoted in 800 times on whoever knows whatever. But I think this was the one that put us just a notch above, saying that, well, these guys are the shit. They dig deep. They know what they're doing. And now is the time. Now is the time to push. Now, if there's legislation and, in cities and states, I'm going to go put everything I have behind it, because that's the only way you can, have a seat at the table. And I think we can now have a seat at the table, because now they know. If they didn't know who we were, now they know. And
I mean, you and I can have a private conversation. I was going to bring it up just now, but I think I'm going to hold it back, and we can have a private conversation on that. Something which you were just alluding to. It's not a bad thing. I just think it's probably not a conversation to be out on the interwebs.
Yeah, whatever. No, I mean, look, we're
no, it's not a bad thing. I think what you guys do is really good, right? But if the drivers aren't willing to stand up for themselves, right? If they're willing to undercut each other, okay? Because this is what happens. They undercut each other. Right? There's no unity. There's no solidarity. I don't care what state you're from. I don't care what town you live in. I don't care who your politicians are, red or blue. We've seen it time and time again. Other than Washington, state of Washington, Seattle, nobody gives a shit about us.
I disagree. I disagree.
Wait.
I disagree.
We care about us. Wait a minute, Sergio. Let me finish.
I disagree.
We care about us.
I know that.
Well, I mean, that's why.
No, but there is a lot of good people out there who are willing to work with you. The problem they're having is they cannot bring these companies to the table, and the reason they don't come to the table is because they're not used to coming to the table. But I think we all try to have, obviously 99% of our channels are made up of an audience of gig workers, right?
Right.
I think the battle has to be taken to the consumer side. And I think the battle, once the consumer is the golden goose that lays the golden egg for these companies. There is about 8 times more, people on these apps, 8x. So just on Uber's case, there's 132 million MAUs, monthly active users. And how many drivers does Uber have? Nothing. I don't know. 2 million, 3 million. So once the consumer understands what's going on, right, that they've been taken for a ride, that's when I think the scale will tip. And there is no driver in the country that, if I put the rates in Washington State or Seattle in front of them, would say no to that. None, including you guys in Florida or Chicago.
Of course. Okay. Of course.
But that only happened. That only happened because everybody came together with the legislatures, and there are legislators in this country who want to do this, but I think
they don't have the muscle.
Even the legislatures, I don't think they understand the people who write this. So I think we as drivers who know the gig could help these legislators just write the proper laws so we can have a seat at the table and talk to these companies. Because these companies, the one and only thing that they want, okay, is drivers staying independent contractors, period. And the will of the drivers is the same. 80%, 75% want to stay independent contractors.
That's right. 100%.
So we're agreeing on that. We're not disagreeing. Okay. So the companies want that. They don't want us employees. There's a small subset that all want unions and blah, 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 all that good stuff. Okay, whatever. But they're not in the majority. So if the drivers want to stay independent and the companies want us to stay independent, the only problem we're having now is, the rates. And
hold on, Serge, 1 second, real quick. Cray, want to thank you again for the super chat. She's saying, Sergio, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
For fighting for all of us. We appreciate you. We do. We do appreciate you.
I think there is a will, and I think now we can do some really good stuff. And until it's not me, man. I don't care. I mean, like I said, Pablo, if it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking to you guys about this.
Right.
But that's the advantage that I have now, that I literally eyes and ears all over the country. People email me shit. I look at it. I respond. But now, now it's open game. I mean, I really think we can do a lot of good until I disappear. And I think we really can. And this is not about me, you, it, her, whatever. This is all of us, right? Because I personally feel like, not talking to tons of drivers, is that, how you stab somebody? When you stab, you hit a bone, the knife won't go any further. I think that's where we are with these gig companies. I think they have stabbed the driver so much that now it's hitting the bone. There is not much left here. So it's just not going to go any further. You have to pull it out and try for soft tissue again. And there's no soft tissue left on the driver, man. So,
and where the apps have the advantage is the 70% turnover rate. So drivers aren't around long enough to feel getting bent over without lubrication. You know what I mean?
I get that.
So they don't know what it was a year ago or 3 years ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago. You know what I mean? So they don't know what it was. They only know what it is.
Yeah.
So you got a hard time convincing them when all they're trying to do is make a few extra bucks to pay their life.
But Vinny, I think, the question is valid. Your question is valid. I get it about the turnover and the transitory, crowd that we deal with. But I think we're going at this the wrong way. I think, educating the driver is meaningless to me at this point now, really. Okay. Just for the fact that, you said it. I mean, like, if somebody watches your channel and then 6 months later they're gone anyway, so what's the point?
Right.
But I think the consumer is not going to go anywhere. The consumer is there. They're still ordering.
Oh, they're definitely
ordering trips and deliveries at the highest rates ever. Uber had their best quarter ever. So in a two-sided marketplace, you can try to teach the one side, which is the driver, or you can try to kind of get the news out on the consumer side. Look, man, in this country, look what happened to Budweiser. Consumer votes with their pockets. I don't care who 100%. Says what. There's a massive influence of what consumer does and the way 100%. These corporations behave. And I think, man, I'm a capitalist, so no socialist commentary.
I know you are, brother. Listen, don't get it twisted.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying that I think we can do a lot more good now by just change. You guys talk about the pivot all the time on your channel, right? Always. I think the pivot should be more educating the consumer now with these types of stories. That now the next story should be, hey, consumer, you've been paying for this since 2020. Don't you want to know where your $7 billion is?
Well, by the way, sometimes my riders share. He's like, I paid this much for this ride. How much do you get out of it?
Yeah. Well, every time you do that, Eddie, what's the shock on the passenger's face?
I wait until the end of the ride. He hits and then he watches as I get paid, and then he sees how much he pays and how much I get paid, and they go, and then I tell them it's like, this is what happens every single time. They overcharge you and they're underpaying me. See, and they don't like it, especially when the ride is over $100.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, of course they don't like it. Who likes it?
Yeah, the new breakdowns with service fees, third-party fees, insurance fees, all these other fees. Like that's for another show. That's for another show.
So anyway, but I think we can do some good. So stick together, everybody. This is the time to push. Okay, we're gonna push as hard as we can on our end. I urge all of these channels, including the guys you don't like.
Okay, so we need
everybody
Nick
push.
back.
Everybody push as hard as they can, because I think we can do some good now. We have like a window here that we can do some good.
I mean, Vinny, I think we can push 9% harder. So just
no. Listen, if I'm gonna push, I'm gonna need $500,000. You hear me, Lyft? I'm gonna need $500,000.
I didn't know that was coming.
But
Sergio's gonna need $500,000. Man, listen, Sergio, I get along with anybody till you try to take advantage, and then after that, I got to slap you around a little bit. And it ain't got to be on the internet, because I got plenty of flight miles. I can get where I got to go. I can handle that.
Look, man.
Anyway,
everybody has their style, buddy. I don't know.
Hey, listen, I appreciate that guy too. I just, some shit's just comical. But the bottom line is, listen, what you guys started, I know you have the drive and the will to follow through. I hope those that are around you.
I don't think it matters. Honestly, I don't think it matters. I mean, look, I had
that same follow through.
It's okay. I can, with RideShare guy, without RideShare guy, I'm gonna do the same thing.
No. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is those that are around you, whether it's the political friends, the political connections, the journalistic connections, those are the ones. I hope they have the heart and the courage and the balls to follow through with you. Because if this is true in what you're saying, this is the tip of the iceberg. We all know how icebergs are. You got a little Eddie up top. And then you got the big black Vinny underneath. That would be Steven, not me. Okay? You know how this goes.
Look, man, I've been new to this digital format of things. I love writing. So, if none of it works out, I'll go back writing again. But I'm very hopeful now. This is the most hopeful I've been for a while, that we can get things done. And, look, man, your friends are as good as your last gig, right? So what have you done for me lately? And I know the reality. If I was like a young 25-year-old, I probably wouldn't know any of that. But I've been screwed over enough times to know who to trust and who not to trust. So to me, it's like, maybe if I have another year around, let's start to do some good, man.
We need to give Sergio a GPS.
A GPS.
Yeah. No, just give him an AirTag.
We're gonna send you an AirTag, bro.
Yeah, give him an AirTag.
Wind up on Epstein Island, bro.
So if I disappear, then you guys know where I'm at. My wife was quite concerned, Because this is so funny, dude. This morning,
you're talking $9 billion, bro. You damn right, she's got reason to be concerned.
And that's what you think, right? Which is possibly more.
I don't know. Well, we don't know because nobody says so. So I don't know. But no, the funny thing is, this is a funny story. So our neighbor, retired 85-year-olds, right? He was a lawyer and he flies his own airplane still and all that good stuff. So this morning, I was actually doing. By the way, I had my interview for Uber Crew today.
Yeah, and how'd that go?
Oh no, it was like the guy showed up. Brandon Black is his name, and he was white. he showed up like nice, clean cut young gentleman, and he goes, "I'm Brandon Black." I go, "Nice to meet you." He goes, "We know about you." I go, "Fuck."
Did they really?
I go, "There goes my chance." He goes, "That has nothing to do with that. We're not Uber. We're looking at third party." I'm like, "Okay, all right." So it went well. I buttered them up quite a bit. And he says, I go, he goes, "Do you have any questions for me?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "Who's voting for this? Like, is the big boy or the little guys?" He goes, "Oh, no. We just put out this interview to drivers." I go, "Drivers?" Drivers. I go, "I'm a shoo-in. If you put this in front of drivers, I'm in." And the guy goes, "Yeah, drivers vote." I'm like, okay. So I'm hopeful. He goes, "About 10 days, you'll hear from us." And
when does the voting start that you know of?
I don't know. I didn't ask that. All I asked was like, who votes? Because if he said Uber execs, then I'm screwed. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But the fact that they said, wait, the fact that they're a third party group coming in to conduct the interview, and the first thing he says to you is, I know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a third party guy.
Yeah.
Not even an Uber or a third party
I
guy.
think Uber knows anyway. But
you got YouTube University.
He didn't say like I'm a fan or something, so I'm going like maybe. I don't know.
What kind of what kind of things do you get to do over in the Uber crew?
Oh, I'm gonna have between 6 and 8 hours a month doing Zoom calls 1 hour at a time with drivers who are having problems.
Okay.
So I'm going to be like
I have a
support,
complaint.
which is what I'm doing now anyway. So I was like,
well, wait a minute. Wait. So you're going to mentor drivers?
No mentor. Like people have problems. Like let's say they got deactivated, or
how do I call in?
Or they don't know how to use the app. Whatever. Right. So nothing. Nothing.
Customer service.
More than that. Like I'm not going to tell them. The 3 Ps: patience, precision, planning, on any of that stuff.
No. But wait a minute. Wait. Now I'm being serious. I'm not trying to be funny.
being serious.
Yeah, okay. You're going to be customer service.
No. What this does is, this is a third party. Okay, Uber hired this company called, I forgot their name. So this company,
whatever they are.
This company runs the Uber Crew program for Uber.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is like, I've been to a couple of these lives. Actually, I live streamed a couple of them without them knowing on our channel. And it's like a kumbaya Kool-Aid. Let me see how much Kool-Aid I drink. All these drivers over there, right? So I'm just hoping to make it to just put some life into the party. I'd be like, hey, you all Kool-Aid drinkers, welcome to the club. I'd be like, yeah. Also, but what I'm supposed to do 68 hours a week, which I get paid for, it used to be voluntary, so I'm going to get paid for it, probably $20 an hour.
Okay.
Is do Zoom calls with drivers and listen to their problems. And like if they have a problem with the app, I'm going to collect the data and talk to them. I'm not going to fix anything. I'm going to turn that over to this third party, and third party is going to go to Uber and say, well, this is what the problem they're having. So we're going to actually be like a liaison between drivers and the company.
I was just going to say, it sounds like a driver advocate / liaison.
Yes, right. Because I'm not an advocate, because I have watched 2 of those live streams, which I fell asleep right through half of them. Is like, first of all, any of those Uber Crew live streams, drivers are not allowed. Only Uber Crew is allowed. I was like, what kind of bullshit is this? I can't even ask a question. So, yeah, that's Uber Crew. So keep fingers crossed. 10 days, I'll find out.
Okay.
Well, listen. Get yourself a little GoPro. Get yourself a little GoPro. Set it up on the side of you there. Yeah. Record the whole thing.
No, we already decided Chris is going to live stream it if I make it, and I'm on the we're going to live stream it and blow this thing up. Whoever comes and says, I love flexibility and freedom. Like, bullshit, you don't have any flexibility.
Bro,
it's going to be good content, man. If nothing else, come on.
Hey, we could all use a little comedy in our lives.
Yeah,
right?
It was comedy. It will be comedy.
They bring enough pain on us.
Yeah, $20 an hour is pretty good. So, okay, here, the last one. My neighbor rings the doorbell at 10 a.m. this morning. She's holding, and I did not even know that existed still. She's like 85. She's holding the LA Times paper, like actual paper, today's paper in her hand. So I'm looking.
Right.
She goes like, man, you're in here. I go, I thought that was last Thursday. That was the online version. So I'm trying to make the connection. Like, actual paper? Do they even print an actual paper? I didn't even know. So she goes, is Jasmine here? I'm like, yeah. So she goes, it's the front page, Serge. I'm like, okay. And I'm just like trying to make her understand that it's no big deal. And she goes, you're in the paper. I'm like, my only thought was like, how the F did you get a printed paper? Like, did you get in your car, put a quarter in the machine and pop the thing up and get the paper? Or that's all I'm thinking. like, do papers exist? Like, or somebody is still driving up the hill and chucking it into your driveway? I'm not sure what the heck how that happened. It's today's paper, bro.
By the way, when I was first reading your article, and it was talking about the millions, of the millions that you guys collected and all that stuff. Which now it sounds even worse because up to the billions. Your face expression and his face expression is like, we are going to die.
No, actually, that was the LA Times photographer. They took like 60 freaking shots. I froze my.
And
By the way,
all
that
of
is
them.
exactly that's in front of the Uber hub in Burbank in LA.
Okay.
So
Right by where I work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
they said maybe we right above me, there's a huge Uber sign there.
Yep.
It should have been in the picture.
It was like in some of them it was in the picture, but I guess they didn't pick that one. So
Yeah.
we had like a whole bunch of them. We had like thumbs up, smiley ones, sitting ones, whatever. And so I guess this is the one they chose because we look like mad, like we're gonna screw you any second now, kind of a look, or we're coming after you.
Yeah, Sergio looks pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm thinking 1812 gold miner rush.
Yeah.
Sitting out there with your pickaxe in one hand and your shovel in the other.
Yeah.
I got that whole vibe.
Did you?
From that picture
Okay. So I supposedly we were supposed to give the vibe of like we're mad at you kind of a vibe. I'm like, okay, whatever.
No, I didn't get that.
No,
I got, damn it, we struck gold. That's where we're at. We found the gold.
Okay. I never thought about that. Yeah. Okay. So
we
I
found.
don't know. I get we're mad.
Yep, that's what I got.
I they said like serious face now, like we're coming to get you kind of a look, and I was like, okay, whatever. So yeah, that was that. But yeah, the paper still exists, people. So
There you go.
Oh wow!
But so yeah, we're gonna keep working. Let's stick together, guys, gals, everybody. We can make, make this happen.
Just at least for the next couple of weeks, just show up for the every Wednesday, even for a couple of minutes, just to make sure.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm now. You know what? That may be good timing
okay.
because I think next week the other LA Times story is going to run, so we can talk about that.
Okay. Well, listen, bro, we always appreciate you coming through. You're more than welcome to hang out with us. Oh, by the way, my friend Sergio.
Yes, sir.
I went looking for my bowling ball because I still have one bowling ball. I don't know if you know this. I used to own 4 bowling pro shops. I don't know if I ever told you.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. I was a PBA card member for a lot of years.
Oh, my God. Shit. Okay.
So, well, wait a minute. I ain't as good as you, but you know what I had to do to go find that bowling ball?
No.
I had to move my golf clubs.
Oh, man, that hurts.
I took out, it did. I took out my 3-wood. I took one swing with it. I went outside, took one swing with it, went right back in, put it back in the fucking in my bag, put the cover back on, and it's back in the hole.
Yeah. No, golf is difficult, man.
That hurt.
Golf is difficult.
And I thought about you, bro. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. I can't let Sergio see my swing.
Difficult, man.
I don't know.
I don't know. All sports are difficult, but golf is pretty difficult.
But by the way, Sergio, I still have your meeting with me on the green line over the yellow line on the 13th.
So how are you guys doing with the green line over the yellow line? Good.
We'll talk. Hey, you can come jump on us in the morning. With
man, I haven't even looked at stocks for a week because I've been doing this thing for like a whole week now.
You're not missing much.
No, okay, cool. Yeah, I know today was bad, but I don't know.
Whatever you were eyeing up.
Wasn't bad for me.
It was. Okay, it's been good news though. It's been good news for me so far.
Okay, cool. So guys, thank you, Red, Lady, and gentlemen.
All right, Serge. One more time. Hey, everybody in the chat, give it up for Sergio.
Thank you. More to come. Stay tuned. Well, stay tuned. More to come.
More money in our pockets.
This.
Yeah.
So okay. Shout out to Jeff. He put an amazing video. Talking about that. My man, thank you. Next time I'm in Arizona, I'll definitely come and knocking on your door for sure. I'm sure my son will be there sometime in the next couple of months for soccer or whatever.
Come on, man.
So I want to give the king of all drivers on the planet over here, sir. Much respect to you.
I had
the intergalactic king of drivers.
Yeah, because he's been only a driver for a year, so maybe beginner's luck or some shit. I don't know.
Sergio, let's be honest. If you go downstairs and you got 15 cars to choose from,
yeah,
one of them's bound to make some money. Okay, one of the damn cars you got in your garage is bound to make some money.
I came from a different angle than everyone else. I came from this having money.
15 different angles.
So you came from having money by not having money. Now you're back to having money.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. See, sums it up. No big deal. So Eddie is doing his green line, yellow line. I can see that.
Correct.
So Key is over here. How's deliveries is dead. Okay, so this last week, I did like 35 Lyft trips and took $600 of Lyft's money, guaranteed money. And I had my Uber Eats on literally for 17 hours because that's how long I was on the Lyft app doing those guarantees. I got 4 Uber Eats pings, man. That's horrible.
Wow.
I was like, shit, that's garbage. And I'm like,
it's tough everywhere across the board.
I'm seeing people left and right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And so Steven is married now. So I gotta just roast everybody except Red. I'm not gonna roast her. Steven is married now. I can see he's gained a couple more pounds. That's just good. And you know,
his new YouTube channel is called The Broken Driver. He's no longer a broken driver.
And Vinny, I'm not gonna roast you because you can roast me back, so I'm not going to. You know, Vinny's not gonna work.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, there you go. No problem. Anyway, so thank you guys, lady and gents. Love you all.
All right, buddy, we appreciate y'all.
We're gonna get him this time. Stay tuned.
Yeah. All right, my brother. Anyway, man, that was a lot to take in. I hope everybody if you guys are out in California, man, make sure you check your apps, know where your money's coming from. They ain't giving away money. Trust me, they're not giving it away. You got people out here trying to get you your money, but they ain't gonna give it away.
They already got it. So if you didn't get it by now, something is very wrong because everybody got it already. So actually, no. You know, this is also another thing. It's like if Grubhub was public, we should short the crap out of that thing. So Grubhub announced on Friday while I was driving Lyft, I go ping, you know, somebody sent me a screenshot saying, oh, Grubhub is paying. I'm like, okay, great. Guess when they're paying? Between June 28th and July 2nd. What is it? They don't have the money? I'm not sure what's going on.
Wow.
Didn't somebody buy Grubhub though?
Yeah, the European thing. Just Eats bought Grubhub. So
Wow. And they ain't got the cash to pay out.
I don't know. They should have the cash unless they siphoned all that money, Prop 22 money, to do other things. You know, can you spell money laundering? I'm not sure.
Well, that's the big F word, and it ain't a curse word, but boy, some people don't like to hear it.
Anyway, so
I'm
gonna go eat dinner now.
All right. You earned it, brother. You earned it. Take a couple of days off and relax too, man. Unwind that mind of yours.
Yeah, I need.
You know, you got to recharge a little bit.
Keep me safe. He keeps moving around.
Moving
here to there. Don't stay in
one
place.
Moving around in the house. Don't stay in front of windows and stuff.
Yeah. Keep changing your angle.
Listen,
dye your hair.
Everybody in the garage. Everybody in the garage is going to be sending you a text message every hour to check on you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. You're now under our protection.
Okay, so he's giving me a 2554 trip that he's about to go do. Like he's gone.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty then.
There he goes.
That's why he's the king, bro. See, right there.
I ain't never seen a rich dude run for $25.
Did you see how quickly that ant moved?
Okay, what kind of king are you if you're moving for 25?
If I'm rich, I'm not running for $25 just so I can get stabbed in the back by a crackhead in my car. I'm not doing it. I'm rich. I don't gotta run.
I walk to the backside.
Are there any black people that are $25? I don't think so.
Lux Black XL or whatever he's doing.
Those.
Anything black shouldn't be $25. That's going to get me to move like that unless he's going like.
I didn't run that fast for $138 because I was like,
you
at the stadium, and I don't want to go to the stadium.
He took off. He took off like a bat out of hell. Shit.
Yeah. Well, man, listen, it was an Uber shared ride in the Porsche. He had to go. You know.
This could be it. That could be it.
Life goes on.
Chicago Uber Lyft prices could drop as RideShare add thousands of drivers.
Is it true, by the way, Lyft is getting rid of Lux? Is that true?
Yeah,
bro.
You didn't see their You didn't see the release?
You haven't been seeing what's
I
going on?
don't know. Somebody emailed me. Goes like, shit. I just bought a car. I can't do Lux. I'm like, what are you talking about,
bro? I sent you the screen. Listen,
Out over a
Sergio.
week, I had a Lux.
I know your ass has been busy, but I sent you some screenshots like 2 weeks ago.
So there's an article
a
that
week ago.
was released April 27th.
Lux? No.
Yes.
We did a whole video on it.
Yes.
We did a live on it. We did all kinds of stuff.
So there's an article that came out, and I'll text it to you. It's an article that came out. It was like a interconference memo or whatever released the 27th of April, where they discussed the restructuring of Lyft and the three main departments that they're focused on, the new leadership roles. And then they said that they were going to be getting rid of certain ride types to simplify it for the riders. That's what they said in the article. Okay. And the two types that they're planning on getting rid of are shared and Lux.
No way.
Yes.
Shared's already off the app.
I still have it. I still have it on mine.
Shared has already been disappearing from several markets.
But Lux was good for you guys, no?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here's the thing. Lux in certain markets, as a rider, Lux is not an offered platform anymore.
Right.
It goes from XL to Lux Black XL.
Oh shit.
Other drivers, other riders in the same market still can request a Lux ride.
That's weird.
On the driver's apps, I'll send you the screenshots again.
Okay.
On the driver's apps, it's still listing Lux as a ride type you can pick up.
Wow.
So it seems as if, and I'll go one further with you. Because of that, 2 weeks ago, we had the big thing. Remember, Jeff, we had the big thing with the scheduling app. Their scheduling app was all jacked up.
Yeah.
And we couldn't figure out what was going on. Then all of a sudden we're noticing Lux rides are not on the rider request app on certain drivers in all the markets, Sergio. It's not like the mysterious cloud and the hockey puck bullshit that Uber's doing with the surge.
Yeah.
Some driver, you and I could be sitting side by side, live right next door to each other. You'll be able to order a Lux ride on the rider app, and I won't.
That's crazy, man.
Oh, and I'll be getting a lot of that 15-minute timeout on both apps.
You mean the spoken timeout or the unspoken timeout?
The unspoken timeout.
No, there's a spoken kind. There's a spoken kind where they take you to trip radar heaven. So
no, nothing. There's nothing. No ping, no radars, no nothing. The app is on, everything on, not even deliveries.
They just they just the ghost you.
I just basically I don't get anything yet.
Yeah. See, these are the things that need to get
fixed. But it's usually with the moment I decline. When I decline twice, then that's when they do it. Yeah,
this is bullshit. See, this is what needs to get fixed.
Exactly. Cash ride while I'm on timeout. So people gonna be able to pay me cash.
Such garbage.
Yeah.
It's garbage. It's garbage. That's what I said. Knife is in the bone. I'm like, it's not going any further. So either you pull it out and stick it to me again, or we're just gonna stop right here. I'm like, come on, man. What kind of BS is this? You know,
I will always go back to, people think I'm crazy when I say it, but I say it all the time. These apps got a lot of bad code or corrupted code in there. And then when they go in there to try to change something on these apps, whether it's for the riders or the drivers, right? They wind up crossing code and they just don't realize it or can't get it fixed. And then when you call in to report it with customer service or you email or whoever the hell is answering, right? Nothing gets resolved.
Well,
but boy, let there be an Uber outage somewhere, and they're calling Elon Musk coming in with Starlink.
No. Let there be an accidental. Oh no, the app is tripping and it gave you a $25 surge. We're gonna take that back from you. You weren't supposed to get that.
Or your surge isn't available. Hey, we're sorry about that.
Yeah, we had to turn it off because of glitches.
But screw you, because we don't know if you were on surge or not.
Lyft just gave some guy like $160 because they made his wait time 17 hours by accident. Gave this dude like $160 something, and they sent it on our. I think Ron sent that to us, and so then Ron sent the email from Lyft, and Lyft was saying, "Hey, we're not going to take that $160 something from you, even though it was a mistake." And the way that Lyft be writing emails be cracking me the fuck up. Because you know how Uber is. Uber's professional. Like, we're very sorry and sincerely hope But Lyft be writing shit. They be like, my bad, motherfucker. I'm sorry about that. They would be writing emails like that. I'm like, they got actual professionals working at Uber and on Lyft, they got motherfuckers from Detroit. Like Tyrone is fucking typing. He like, my bad, dog. We ain't gonna get that shit back from you.
No, that's
like,
you better call up. Sound right.
You know, I think their AI is set up that way. You know, AI is set up that way. But none of them are human, bro. AI on Uber is set up properly. I think on Lyft.
Vidi had a moment like that. Vidi had a moment. He's like, he was arguing with somebody text messaging, and I was like, dude, there's nobody there.
Nobody there.
Dude, you can't.
You're talking to yourself.
I swear to God,
Nobody's there. Trust me, nobody's there. That I know for a fact that nobody's there. Trust me. After your fourth, maybe, or fifth, maybe it will go to a human. But on the first 4 or 5, nobody's there.
Yeah, them algorithms be cracking me up with they fucking lingo. I'm like, is this gotta be somebody fucking with me? Like, this can't be a real person. They be like, what's up, man? What's the issue? What's the problem? I'm like, what?
You're real.
with the Uber, when you call somebody, and you're talking to somebody, you know, I can't understand them, and I don't know what to say. I was like, dude, I can't understand you. You know,
let me get this right.
Uh-huh.
Uber's speaking in English and Lyft is speaking in Ebonics. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, not Lyft. Because I never spoke to anybody in Lyft. It's Uber. Uber. When you call the customer service,
somebody real on the phone. I'd be like, put somebody real in the chat, and they be like, motherfucker, I am real. I'm like, damn.
I was like,
I'm like, shit. All right, my bad, dog.
Like, I got your address right here. Keep trying me.
I'd be like, Lyft is real.
You hear that lock in the background.
I'm like, damn.
You know, that's happened to me too before too. Where I was like, I want a human, and they're like, I'm a human.
Like, I want a human. Like, motherfucker, who do you think I am? I'm like, okay, you human. My bad.
No.
Listen, you know they're gonna say they're gonna send you a picture and be like, "See, I'm real. See, I'm real." They got 7 fingers.
Lyft AI, that don't make no sense, man. That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Uber is like professional. Sincerely, we hope, and you know what? Our deepest condolences. Lyft be like, man, you fucked up then. I'd be like, this ain't real.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right, Mr. Sergio,
right,
we appreciate
you guys. Have fun. I'm gonna go eat and I'm gonna sleep. And I'm definitely not. I'm gonna take all your advice. Not stand with my back to a window.
Never.
Have an air tag on you.
All the 1940s mafia
always
rules.
eat at the back of the
in the corner. Never.
Yeah.
Right.
Brother, I know you spent time in New York City. You were on Wall Street for 3 decades.
I spent some time there.
You goddamn know you don't ever sit with your back to the door or the window.
Absolutely
No.
not.
Make sure you take with you your Harry Potter boomstick.
I don't think that's going to save me, but
Maybe.
I don't think that's going to work out.
Better to have one not needed than needed and not have one.
It is what it is, man. No big deal.
All right, bro.
All right.
You got it, Serge.
All right, have a good night.
Thank you, buddy.
Have
a great night.
guys.
I'll aggravate you tomorrow. Later.
Hey, bro.
And tomorrow morning, Eddie, I may get on your ass about the yellow and the green shit. So.
The 13th. The 13th.
Eddie, I ain't even worried about him showing up, so don't even worry about it.
That's a challenge.
That's a challenge. I gotta watch.
You're gonna be happy.
I'm setting my
You're gonna be happy about it because I took your advice on every single one of them.
Listen, let me tell you why Sergio ain't going to show up tomorrow.
Why? I'll be dead.
You know why?
I'll be dead.
No.
I can't hear you.
That's not even funny.
I'll be shot through the heart. I don't know what's happening.
No, what are you talking? See, I can't even tell the joke now. Goddamn it!
You
went all doom and gloom on us.
No, man, no. You guys scared me all. Don't watch your back.
And now I got to go look up on Epidemic Sounds. Link down below. Y'all can get a free month of Epidemic Sounds. Now I got to go look up the freaking Martin Scorsese's soundtrack to The Godfather Part 2. You know what I mean?
No, I'm showing up tomorrow. For 10 minutes, I'm showing up to look at his green line, yellow line, whatever the hell he's doing over there. So.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Okay,
I'll be there.
All right, so
brother, be safe, man.
All right, bye now.
All right, brother.
Get it.
Oh my God, always a good time with Sergio. Man, do you realize the amount of information he just spit out?
Man, that's $300 million information. That's $1 billion information. That's
$8 billion.
$8 billion.
That's
This motherfucker better wear a bulletproof pair of Nikes. Motherfucker, don't even get shot in the foot. It's like you need bulletproof everything, goddamn. Motherfucker got some bulletproof
socks.
So I'm assuming.
Wear them Kanye.
That's why Brandon took off. Brandon took off because it's going to take him 2 days to get to California to go protect Sergio in that goddamn bulletproof Cadillac Escalade.
Yeah.
He got
$25. He showed
Oh,
shit. Yeah, that shit's scary, man. I'm like, dude, that's a lot of fucking money. When he texted me that shit when it first happened, I said, Serge, you have any idea? This is a lot of money. There are $1 million like investors in this shit that know people, motherfuckers. Like this ain't
one of Uber's biggest shareholders. They're from the Middle East, bro. You got them Saudis in that shit, bro. You already know what they do to them Saudis. You know how the Saudis are.
From this point
they
on,
don't give a damn.
I wouldn't even pick nobody up because you don't know who the fuck you pick up a motherfucker with a suitcase and a suit on at 3:00 in the morning. You're like, hold the fuck up. Why are you?
Let's
you
go
ain't going
fishing.
to work? No.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go fishing. Exactly, bro.
Let's go fishing. Like, motherfucker, why is this?
Listen,
my request taking me to the lake?
Where did the lake come from? Where did they?
I am extremely surprised.
That's Kiki's custom gear right there. That's made.
I want one on the planet right there.
She's got it.
Oh.
That story that they did.
That's nice.
That story that they did needs to go national. It needs to be on the national news.
Because
being on a local paper is good.
Incompetence. This is gross incompetence, $1 billion incompetence. And we trust these people as financial experts, government experts, business experts. These are idiots, $1 billion idiots.
Straight up,
it's
straight up fraud.
$200, not $8 billion. You don't make an $8 billion mistake and still keep your fucking job.
Nah, right. Heads got to roll.
They would get ready for kicking a bag of chicken fucking nuggets, but you lost $8 billion. You can kick a bag of chicken nuggets and kept your fucking job, but you just lost $8 billion.
How about a raise? How about an end of year bonus?
They go to timeout.
Then he said, I'm going to fucking kicking around people fucking nuggets all day. And it's like, you lost $8 billion. You fired that dude for kicking nuggets. Fuck them nuggets, man. You just lost $8 billion. We got bigger problems with these fucking nuggets right now.
Sometimes you press them up, but you just can't take them out.
Mm-hmm. That motherfucker brought tears to my eyes with that one. He said you can kick a bag of chicken nuggets, but you ain't gonna mess with this $8 billion, motherfucker.
Put them motherfuckers on the fence,
bro.
Oh God.
And if you guys don't know what we're talking about with the kicking a bag of chicken nuggets, it's a video circulating out there on YouTube. Just look up Uber Eats driver kick a bag of chicken.
Motherfucker ain't getting no tip. He kicked the fuck out them nuggets.
And he meant that shit.
Man, hey. He's like fucking no tip, no trip.
He meant that shit.
These nuggets.
No tip, no trip, and I'm gonna kick this shit out your damn food. And then I'm gonna record and talk shit about it while I'm leaving. And then I'm gonna post that shit on the internet and get like 12 views.
What's it called?
12? Dude. Telling you, man. That's a lot of money though, man. Billions, and it's not national news, not even international news. It's not even international.
Jeff, let me ask you a question. You were an accountant, you were a corporate accountant, right?
Yeah.
If y'all was holding money and nobody was coming to collect it, y'all knew y'all had that money sitting there waiting.
It would be sitting either in a deposit account or unearned revenue account. Whenever you get money in, you debit cash in bank, you credit unearned revenue. It's revenue sitting on your books. It's called unearned revenue. It's sitting there. So you got to pay that shit out to somebody.
And I bet you they were like, where's this money from?
But that's my point. They knew the money was there. All those companies knew that money was there. And I promise you, one comptroller called the other comptroller and was like, hey, did they call y'all about getting this money yet? No. What about you? No, let's hold it for 6 months. Make this interest. We all get some bonuses out of this shit.
Yeah.
And that money's still sitting there. That's the other part too. They're paying out the 34 cents adjusted for inflation, but they're not paying out the compounded interest on that money sitting there in the bank. Especially with interest rates as high as they are now.
And you got whole banks like SVB collapsing. Silicon Valley Bank collapsed. $8 billion is a lot of money. It was that damn bank at least.
Bro, do you know who one of
the $8 billion sitting in that bank?
Do you know who one of the biggest accounts was in SVB? Uber.
Who's that?
No.
Uber. So all that money was probably sitting in SVB. That's probably
Lyft was in that bank.
And everybody was siphoning that money off that shit because nobody was asking. I would dig deep in that shit. I ain't digging deep because I like my life. But Sergio should be digging deep in that shit.
I like my life.
I like my life. I'm not going to eat some motherfucking chicken nuggets, man. I'm not worried about this fucking money.
Man, Eddie, did you find the
waking
video
up
yet?
to breathe? You know,
I ain't worried about this.
Eddie, did you find?
Y'all can keep crying over there. Stop. Okay.
Shit.
I can't.
But it's serious, man.
If
SVB Uber was one of their main accounts. Think about it. And this is where the money was being held. That's why they probably didn't say shit. Because they knew it was something going downhill with all these deposits and all this money. And they were like, you know what? If we start speaking up, we really gonna implode this bank. Let's let people get their money out first, and then we pay whatever we got left.
Well, hey, but listen, Jeff, remember this, bro. That bank had to be saved.
Yeah.
That bank
bailed
had to be saved.
Bailed out.
Gavin Newsom.
Yep.
All the motherfucking crooked bastards out there in California. And I know Serge don't want to get into the whole political thing and this paying off that, this paying. Listen, bruh, don't nothing move but the money, right? You need muscle behind your hustle, right?
Yep.
And you need muscle behind your hustle. And these politicians ain't got the muscle.
Nope.
You might get one lowly legislator somewhere in bumfuck Egypt that might say, hey, you know what? You're right. You guys should get fair. I'm going to fight for you. And he gives an honest effort. Until he can't open that door.
Find somebody running for office. That's what you do. Find somebody running for office.
Here's my question.
In the politics.
Here's my question for California.
Who's that?
Where is? Oh, who's back? Who's back?
Is that it?
Oh, where's that woman, Lorena? That politician, Lorena. God, I can't remember her freaking last name now. She was the chick, the female Democrat politician in California, banging out for all of this. For RideShare United and for all of this shit to make Prop 22. And what was the other one there, Steven, before Prop 22? AB 5, right?
AB 1.
Lorena, what the hell was her name? Lorena, God, I can't remember her last name. Anyway, she's a bullshit politician, right? They found her to be a bullshit politician. If this story ran in the LA Times, this story is news. Why isn't she out there holding her own people accountable? Hey, why didn't you do your job and take care of these drivers? You know why? Because she already got her fucking payoff. She already got her fucking money.
She got her pay. She's like, I'm out. I have nothing. That's it, Lorena Sanchez. That's it.
No, it wasn't Sanchez. It's not Sanchez. It's not Sanchez, bro. It's not Sanchez.
You sure it's not Sanchez?
Yeah, I promise you it's not Sanchez. Yeah, it's not a
man. It's got to be Sanchez.
Listen, tune in tomorrow in the money with Eddie and Vinny. And with our special guest star, we have a new weatherman on our channel. And that weatherman, bro, the weatherman. I'm not gonna play it on here. You gotta tune in.
We need another one. We need another one.
Listen, I got one for tomorrow. All right. The weatherman has already told me, hey, this is what I'm expecting. Tune in tomorrow morning. Give me the breaking news on the weather report. We got you covered.
Hey, we got weather forecast.
Who the hell keeps coming in? Oh, hell no. Hell no, Brandon. You can't come back in. You bailed on us for $25 and a slice of pizza.
Yeah, I mean $25 for a mile ride. Are you gonna abandon it? Are you gonna abandon the group?
Dude, it took you longer to get out the front door than it did to do the mile ride.
Exactly.
He's like, come on, elevator. He's like, screw it. Runs down the stairs.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can find I don't know what I did with it. What I do with the weatherman? I'll show you the one from today. Hell no, you got to tune in the morning to see it. If you ain't tuning into in the mornings with Eddie and Vinny, that's the only way you gonna get to see it. By the way, Driven Dad, good game, brother. Denver's about to go up 2-1 on the Heat in the NBA final. Lorena Gonzalez. That's her name. That's her name right there. Nick. Thank you, Nick. Lorena Gonzalez.
You guys are gonna hate me, but when I hear the name Lorena, the only Lorena I think of is Bobbitt.
The chopper?
Yeah.
The chopper?
Yeah.
There she is. There she is. Yeah. Hey, all y'all in California who didn't know y'all was getting this money, right? Y'all need to go down to her office, call her office, right? Because she is a nasty if, when I tell you that. She blocked me on Twitter, so I don't like her. Oh,
she blocked you on Twitter?
Blocked.
Yeah,
that explains a lot, Benny.
Hell yeah, it's personal. Hell yeah, it's personal.
Get blocked on Twitter.
The backstory on the block.
Listen, Lorena Gonzalez has got me blocked. Sergio's young lady friend, the expert law professor on labor law, which I caught her up a couple of times on Twitter. She blocked me, Vinaya Dubib, or whatever the hell her name is. I laugh at some of these people because they think blue collar people don't have an understanding of labor law. And they don't understand that labor law is different in different states. So when you only see it through one prism, you only see it through one tunnel, and you don't see anything else, then of course you're going to speak from your heart with conviction on a closed-minded, narrow field.
Yeah.
Instead of the whole thing.
Well,
so Vinay's got me blocked. Lorena's got me blocked. I'll tell you another one that's got me blocked. Y'all ain't gonna believe who's got me blocked on Twitter.
Me?
Sonny Houston from The View.
Who the hell is that? I don't even know her.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Sonny Houston from The View don't like me either. She can get it too. You know what I mean?
This is Lorena.
Block her. Block Sonny.
Yeah, I'll show her. I'm gonna block her.
Thank you, Nicholas, for finding that. That's why I tell you, don't. Oh man, you did not go to Lorena Bob.
Yeah, this is Lorena Bob.
Oh my God.
1988.
Oh my God. Listen,
that 1981 shit.
No, Ron, nobody sees you on the chat.
Oh yeah. Hold on, he's right there.
Oh, where are you?
No, I don't see him.
I see a little tiny head all the way at the bottom of the screen.
Show his picture, bro. Bring up his picture, Eddie. Where's Ron's picture? We need to see Ron.
Ron's picture.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Show me Ron's picture in the chat. Come on. You know his picture. His album cover, bro. Where's his album cover?
Oh,
just for you.
I got
it.
There it is. See, I'll do it. There's the album cover.
I got a new microphone. Is it still bad right now? It's a new microphone.
Yeah. You're gonna have to turn down the mic volume in Windows. I'll tell you how to do it later.
Come on, man.
It's a Chromebook. It's not Windows.
Then you have to turn down your volume control.
Tell me Ron doesn't look like the person who greets you when you get off the twin prop plane in St. Vincent.
I don't know.
Come on. Look at that album cover. Look at that album cover up in the upside.
He does. He does.
Welcome to the Island Man.
Hey, boss. He playing. Where'd he go? Oh, Ron done left.
Look, he left.
Anyway. Oh, my God. What a night, bro. Vinny's making enemies. Bro, I got a lot of enemies. Don't worry about it. I'll be all right. So, Brandon, where'd that 1 mile ride take you that it took you 20 minutes to get downstairs and get back upstairs because your elevator's broken? Your $9,000.
I live in the theater district, so they were leaving a play, and I took them back to their hotel.
They could have walked.
And you came back, though?
Yeah.
Why'd you come back?
I didn't get a ping on the way back.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Buddha says he was blocked by Elon for a year. What the hell? How do you get blocked from Elon Musk?
That was an Elon dummy account.
You ain't lying. That was a bot account. Oh, 21, got to run.
Nope, not good enough.
The 25 was, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Steven, what good comments? Did we miss any really good comments? Because I actually was really into what Sergio was talking about.
I mean, I threw up the ones that I saw. So
okay, all right. Okay.
I mean, people wanted to talk about the basically what Sergio asked about toward the end, and then the shared with Uber. You know, somebody had mentioned that earlier, but Sergio's covering his stuff. So,
man, I tell you, it's big, man. That's big news. So, Key, you've been out driving, right? You've been doing your Uber Eats and stuff out there, right? How's it been for you? Because if he's saying it's slow out in LA, how's it for you with your strategies and your ebook and everything?
So it has been slow during the week. I think I was telling Eddie yesterday, it's not that I'm not able to make the goals that I had, but it's taking me longer and more hours in the day to get to those goals without compromising too much and taking those trash rides. So that's kind of the compromise, is waking up earlier, getting out there like at 11 o'clock when the lunch starts, 12, not 12:30. It has to be, you have to be like there at like 10:53 when they're like just turning their little screens on at the restaurant setting up. And then as long as you're in like a work area where people are at doctor's offices or stay-at-home moms or working from home, those kind of areas, it's pretty busy. But it is pretty brutal during the week. The weekends are fine, but brutal during the week. And Saturdays have been surprisingly slow. It seems like Sunday and Monday are like the busy days now. What do you think, Brad?
Kiki, can I ask you, are you large order program on DoorDash?
So I don't have DoorDash. I only have Uber Eats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, DoorDash won't let me in because I had a campus driving back in COVID, and I put like 3 points on my license, so they don't let me in. Yeah.
You got 3 points on your license?
Somehow Uber has always, redone my background check and my driving thing, and I've gotten tickets and they've never told me I couldn't sign in. I've never had an issue.
And
I wish I could get my first background check.
Other catering apps?
No, I only use Uber Eats. Last year I did Uber full time. Like I did Uber Eats, Instacart, and I think those were the main two that I was using. And I tried Roadie. So I was doing that full time, but my bread and butter is Uber Eats. I don't like shopping. It takes a long time. If they're not like quick, orders, especially out here in this heat, it's just brutal. Taking those bags up to the apartments, the 32 cases of water, like it's much easier to kind of do short runs like that up north. Down here, it is brutal.
Yeah.
Sweat.
Well, damn, girl.
Yeah. And I did it full time last year, so I don't want to do full time gig work anymore. I'm more looking to,
executive produce. Produce.
Hey, everybody needs an executive producer. I'm bad at. I got one, Cody C. He is amazing.
Yeah, and we got Kiera.
Yes,
she's been doing a bang up job. I haven't even looked. Did anybody go by the we low keyed intro the store, the RideShare Garage store.
Darla,
has anybody gone and checked it out?
No, because I didn't know about it. We're gonna drop today.
Excuse me, I am one of your first purchasers. I have the.
Oh, are you really?
That's true.
Yes, I have the women's.
Hey, shout out.
RideShare Garage T-shirt coming.
We have to shout out Cray Cray.
Cray Nay, right? And her name is Cray Cray, right? So that crazy woman, like, she has a shopping problem.
She bought out her store, guys.
She
said, "Hold my beer." She went in the store and got what she wanted.
No, she didn't. Stop.
Yeah,
of course she did. Forever ago.
Well, I mean, I wasn't even listening. All I know is I saw the link. I hit up the link, but I was listening to Sergio. Normally, Kiara or Steven, normally Steven handles all the comments. So if I'm in with what we're doing on the panel, I ain't seeing nothing.
Right? Yeah. Well, we were shopping.
Wow.
We were shopping.
Nice.
Wow. No way.
But listen, Cray Cray has more Gig Wars official merchandise than I have.
Damn.
And you own the damn company.
Right. That's what she is. Hey, listen. She definitely lives up to her name in the best possible way. When she is committed to you, she is committed to you. So she is my walking billboard, and she is now going to be yours. I promise you that.
Wow. Well, Cray, listen, girl. Hey. Listen, if you brought up the damn store, I can't send you nothing.
She refers to Gig Wars official merchandise as her uniform.
Hey guys, what's the store?
Oh. You don't know your.
Hold on.
Okay, I see it now. I see it now. Oh, that's
so there's
for you, John. It's familydollar.com. Go hit up familydollar.com.
See what she
aisle
does?
3.
Loyalty is everything. This is why I fucks with this girl. Like no matter what. If she
buy all the hoodies,
bad day, she sends me here buy a coffee. I mean, she is true and true.
Wow. Well, you know what? Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We just got it done today.
Yeah,
Kiki she designs everything. She handles all the back end on it. I just had to put the numbers and the financials in place. But I know it's a group effort. Like there's a Jeff Talk shirt on there. There's Eddie's Nobody Cares, Work Harder Ron. We're working on a shirt for Brandon, but we do have a Brandon poster. He doesn't even know it's there yet, but we're gonna put that up there. You know, something to help everybody. Listen, we ain't making a lot of money on this. We're just trying to keep it going, and we split it up amongst ourselves, and then we can do some things in the future. That's basically what that store is going to do. We appreciate it.
Like
we love you for it.
On my merch, I make maybe like 2, depends upon the item. Some things are only $1.
Yeah, it happens that way.
Yep.
It happens that way.
Because it's all drop ship. It's not stuff that we buy in bulk.
Right. And you know, there's another one getting ready to come online. There's another merch guy that we're going to promote on our channel. So you got, like, we've been putting up Jeff's channel, right? Usually when we remember, we put it up, J&B Tees, because Jeff's got the flyest shirts out there on the market.
Jeff
I don't give a damn what anybody
does. So here's my question.
Jeff is badass.
Here's my question for Jeff. Jeff, do you have to purchase and hold your stuff, or does your person do it per order? Because
he makes them.
Fly ship.
He's strictly custom.
All my equipment back like in 2015, and I got a whole bedroom with tons of inventory, shirts, hoodies, all kind of shit.
Yeah, see, I don't do that.
I think I should have just walked in there and just make one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but Jeff, listen, if you want something really custom, Jeff is the guy to go see.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You gotta get this one.
Well, it's backwards, sweetie. We can't.
Oh,
cheap people eat cheap food.
Hey, baby.
Ooh, that's nice.
I eat shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff,
Look at the shirt. Look at the shirt.
Yeah, when you wear that to people, they know you better tip you with cheap.
These are my favorite shirts.
Oh,
everybody give the big
I'm like, man, you gotta let people know how you feel. My shirt, you gotta feel it. It's a fashion shirt.
Well,
let's see. But by the way, for John for the Prop 22, he wanted to donate money to Sergio. We don't know. We actually tried. We asked, and Sergio didn't have
the best thing. Yeah, the best thing you can do is if you want to help Sergio out, contribute to Sergio. Email him, Sergio@therideshareguy.com. Just email him and handle that with him, because listen, what he did. Yeah. What him and Pablo did. And bro, here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. Pablo don't get Prop 22 money.
Wow.
He doesn't benefit from it at all. Zero, not one penny. So if you're in California, you can, yeah, he's in California, okay. But he drives too much. So he doesn't fall under Prop 22 money.
I made too much money, so I got $5 from it apparently.
Well, listen, if you're one of them people that got over $1,000 back in California and you ain't kicking something back to Sergio, buy him a cup of coffee. Get him a $5. You know what? The best way you can, if you want to get back to Sergio,
I am a bulletproof vest.
No, you're gonna need one.
Invest in that.
There you go.
Buy him an AirTag.
Chicago shirt for Brandon.
The best thing you can do is get a $5 digital Dunkin' Donuts card or Starbucks card because they're fancy like that in California. So yeah, it's got to be Starbucks.
And they were like $8,000
Yeah.
Starbucks cards. They drink all this shit.
Now I got, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. Next week there will be a new item in that store. There will be a new item. If you're a coffee drinker, there will be a coffee item in that store next week. Just putting y'all on fair play. There will be a coffee item in that store next week.
What?
Eddie?
We got to talk to him first. I want to see what the hell.
No, I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it. I made executive decision. I'm doing it anyway. Okay. He lives closer to me than to you.
Yeah.
So I want to know.
Eddie's not happy with me now.
Yeah, let's go.
You purchase coffee. It's a coffee company that's you're connecting with.
We have it's like in the mornings with Eddie and Vinny, we have a certain people that that join us on that live stream Monday through Thursday starting at 9:30 a.m. on the East Coast every day, Monday through Thursday. And then we have groups that join us here on Wednesday nights. Right? It's some of the same people, but there are different people. So there's a company out there called Burst of Java. He's with us every morning, right? He is a very small business trying to get his stuff going. And so we're going to help him out. We're going to do, Eddie and I next week are going to do a live coffee tasting test. And I think it's going to be fire. We'll do the live test in the morning show. And then we're going to put it up. We're going to put it up in the RideShare Garage. We're going to help that dude out. We're going to make something. He's going to make something. And we're going to help promote his coffee.
Well, I will tell you, send him to my channel. And you say he's in Florida. He's a local guy?
To me, yeah, he's local to me.
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, I don't know how many people I currently have in your local area.
Oh, we can help him out. See, because I love helping people. I know Steven, Jeff. Jeff would give the shirt off his back. You know what I'm saying? Jeff's the kind of guy to get his shirt off his back. Brandon would share a quarter of his pizza, I'm sure.
Sure.
He'd give up a quarter of his pizza. I'm sure Steven will come, pressure clean like a fence post for free, but you got to pay for the rest of the fence. You know what I'm saying?
For you.
Eddie will come do some fancy ass twerking for you if the money's right on the pole.
And I'm good.
Eddie will come out there and twerk for you a little bit. And Kiki, well, you can't have Kiki. She ain't cheap.
He could give you advice.
Yeah, you can't afford
He
it.
will give you advice all day. This is what you should do.
Listen,
Nah,
here now. Now it's going to be text message friends.
Mm-hmm. We're going to be cooking.
Oh,
I'm just stirring the pot.
I ain't doing
And then Ron. What do I say about Ron? Ron,
You shows up when Kiki's there.
Listen, Ron is the kind of guy that if he's in Miami and you're in Jupiter and you say, Ron, I need a ride, I only got $5, he'll drive up there and get you.
Because I
know you
that
would.
much.
Like, well, you need to get on the corner and panhandle.
I ain't never called his ass and said, Ron, get your ass over here. I need a ride. But if I needed a ride, I know I could call Ron. He'd come get me.
Exactly.
Hey, question. Are you guys thinking about tumblers?
Tumblers.
Did you go in the store? Are you in the store?
Yeah, I'm in the store, but I didn't see tumblers. I see coffee cup.
Well, listen, if there's an item, seriously now, no bullshit. If there is an item that you would like to see with the RideShare Garage branding on it, get a hold of Kiki at vinnycuz@gmail.com, and I will forward her that information. And she's the EP though. She's got the final call on everything. Like seriously, she doesn't even realize she has that power. I bet she realized it last week though, huh?
Ooh,
I bet she realized it last week though, huh?
I bet she was pointing fingers and stuff.
There was definitely a water bottle, a tumbler. There was a something.
Yeah, there's a water bottle. I don't know about a tumbler. I still have to see what else we can
Because
put
I was thinking this because like Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, instead of having that Dunkin' cup in the cup holder looking all weird, you got that branding across. So RideShare Garage shirt, RideShare Garage tumbler. Heck, maybe get an air freshener that says RideShare Garage. I mean, just throw the whole thing at it.
So you just go for
Okay,
it. The seat covers, the whole thing.
I have one question about your merchandise.
Talk to Kiki.
RideShare Garage water bottles.
Do they or did they have an option for back of shirt design?
Yep. Yep, they did.
So the one I got, the ladies, it had RideShare Garage. I didn't see on the images. Is there a back of shirt design?
There's nothing on the back. I didn't put a design on the back. I wasn't sure if we wanted to put anybody's YouTube channel or things like that on the back of
Jeff
the
Talks.
shirt.
Jeff Talks.
We just left it simple and plain for now. But if you have any suggestions or things that you might want on it, I can go in there and make something and slap it on.
So I'm not saying that what I do is right, but on all of my merch, I have something on the front and on the back because I don't know if you're seeing me coming or going.
That's yeah. I mean, when I had my pro shops, I had shirts that were only front left labeled. Then I had shirts that were across the entire front, nothing on the back. Then I had shirts that had stuff on the back, nothing on the front. And then if you were one of my tournament bowlers where my shop sponsored you to bowl, we used to just put your name. Like Jeff's done this. I've seen this on Jeff's shirts, but I got some shirts in there now that are still have it, where we'd embroider the name on the back right shoulder, because most bowlers are righty. So when they threw that ball and came through with that follow through, their name was there. That was the hook. I mean, yeah, listen, we're just getting started. We don't know how well this is going to go over. We hope that, people will take a look at the store. Hopefully they'll find something they like. If they don't, and they're looking for something they can't find anywhere else, let us know. We'll be happy to take care of it. So, but Jeff has the custom shirts. That's all I'm going to say.
Jeff does.
I don't know, man. I'll be in the design lab sometimes. And I'm like, I gotta go drive shit.
You know, right? Doesn't sometimes just like
the
other work? The other work is actually work. You gotta think.
Hey, Driven Dad.
Keep doing the weather thing. When are you gonna need a weather shirt?
I know it lost your nut.
No, he don't need no damn shirt. It's hot as a motherfucker.
Man,
back to you,
let me come to Tony. Tony, I booked my flight yesterday, but unfortunately, I don't have your email address. I'm wondering if you can email me because I would love to hire you for a private ride rather than me just getting an Uber.
Tony's email is askmywife at dammitiaintgotnolife.com.
Tony, I hope that's not true, Tony. I hope that's not true.
So Tony,
he got 6 kids. He ain't going nowhere. Trust me. He's got 5 and 1 on the way. He ain't going nowhere anytime soon.
Tony, I don't want to pay no Uber directly, like through Uber. I would rather pay you, right? Because we keep money in the family. I'm not just going to give it out. So.
You know what I mean? I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
GigWarsOfficial@gmail.com, please, and then I'll
send you his email. I've got his email.
I love this shirt though. Driven Dad Tony. He says, "Lost your nuts? Come to the RideShare Garage."
Yep.
Come on, I like that.
Now we just need Jeff to fabricate it.
I don't know. Buddha says he's got some designs. Hit me up in the Discord, bro. I'll come check you out in the Discord. We'll see what we can work out. All right, y'all. Listen, it's 11:19. Jeff, I saw your video. I saw how you had to. Your last video, man, was a banger for sure because you went into grind mode, bro. You went into grind mode for real, and you took advantage.
And I was hitting bonuses. And see, and that's what I think. That's why Lyft has a negative amount because I'm every damn ride streak rides because they're so low, and then they'll get surprised because they'll give me some crazy shit like last night streaks at all last night because they were trying to get me to go to Tucson. I'm like, I'm not going no 120 miles for no $80. So I didn't do no streaks last night at all, none. But during the day, I was killing them. I was hitting them back to back to back, and they was like, "This dude is actually taking all these rides. He never do this." It's like, yeah, gotcha. That's how I got to do sometimes. You got to change it up and surprise them. You got to change it up, surprise them, because they think they got you figured out. The algorithm think they got you figured out. But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get your ass. I'm getting all these $18 streaks today. I'm getting them all. Mm-hmm. What you got up there? What's that?
Yeah, how much you got? What you got?
Hold on, let me get rid of this comment off here so we can bring this thing down. Jeff talks. Listen, man. Jeff is a master motivator, man. We joke about that, but Jeff, we're dead ass serious about that, right?
Man, I know it. I laugh because I think it's funny. It's just man, me just being me. And I get up and just run my mouth and I fucking get on this road and I do this shit. And it just, I don't know, man.
This one is the one that I really want right here.
I'm gonna have to get that Jeff talk.
Oh, bring up the cup. So there's 3 different types of coffee mugs in there. If you like, this is the Eddie mug. We call this one the Eddie mug. Okay, this one's the Eddie mug.
That's right.
Okay.
Only sissy girls work 40 hours a week. He's taking the jab at all drivers. That's the Eddie mug.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, Steven, you need to shout out to. You need to get with Sergio, man. Get that shit squared away, dude.
Yeah.
Because I know you need to work. I know you need the extra work. I know times are tough out there. Your little $5 from Prop 22 ain't shit. That don't even charge your goddamn car. So
no, it'll give me a half charge.
Yeah, you know what? Hey,
it does. It'll give half.
It'll fill half my tank.
Yeah. So there's. All right, so I'm gonna do a little housekeeping here real quick while you guys start with the tips. Starting with Steven, what do you got for the week, brother? What's your tip? How much pressure do we need in pressure washing?
Don't pressure wash the side of a house. Only pressure wash on concrete. Don't pressure wash on asphalt, because you will destroy asphalt. You dry it out. All the rocks and sand that make it up, it's just gonna fall apart. You only pressure wash on concrete. You don't want to pressure wash the side paneling of a house because you'll completely destroy it. You use bleach. They call it shock for pool shock, or they call it hyper sodium chloride, and that you use at different percentages in order to clean off the sides of houses and the tops of roofs. So there you go.
I was actually joking about the pressure washing, but goddamn, everything you needed to know about pressure washing in less than 30 seconds. That's my man, Steven. All right. While everybody's going through their tips, if you want to check out the ebooks we have available, Kara's Uber Eats ebook, which I'm sure there's going to be an addendum coming soon to that. It's up there in the corner. Red, what do you got, Red? Come on, you part of the panel. I need a comment. I need a tip. Something. Give him just the tip, though.
Just the tip.
Listen, I just put a message so recently you didn't even have a chance to respond. So I'm just going to wing it and say that you gave me clearance. Here's my tip. Whatever was said today about Gig Wars Official and the developer of my app is completely false. That particular person is going to be sued, definitely within the state of California and possibly federally. And if you want to believe what he has to say and repeat it, I have no problems adding you to the suit. None of it is true. It is completely false.
It's a shame.
I wouldn't play with me in Middleton Technologies. That's all I'm going to say.
Defamation is really real.
Yeah.
Not only that, I own the trademark on Gig Wars Official. People laughed at me for doing that. but clearly I was very smart in doing so.
Yeah.
Gotta clap it up for that one.
Because
That's
not only did you talk bad about a company, now you are talking bad about a name that is protected by the federal government. So fuck you, Robert Reese.
Motherfucker. Man.
Turn it down.
I'm sorry if you want to edit that, you can edit it. I can't help myself sometimes.
Hey, that's a tip. Don't mess with Red Dog. Don't mess with Red Dog.
I wouldn't.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't.
Hey.
I won't mess with my own damn self. Sometimes I hate myself. I'm like, you're such a bitch.
Okay. Alrighty. So moving on to the next ebook, Eddie's $5 ebook. Kiara, what kind of tip you got for the week, boo? What do you got, sweetie?
My tip, I tried this one strategy and it did work for me. It doesn't happen often, but when it does pay off. And it's for deliveries. So when you get a stacked order that comes in, especially around like peak times, like dinner time and stuff, I feel like sometimes they will stack like a really high paying order with like a McDonald's. And so the price of the delivery will say something like $15 or $25 for 7 miles, 8 miles, 9 miles. But when you get the order, you see somebody ordered from True Food Kitchen, the other person ordered from McDonald's. And the person that ordered from True Food Kitchen ordered filet mignon, steak and shrimp, all these like very expensive items, and there's like 8 of them, and this person only ordered a Happy Meal. So even though it's $25, I have been canceling that McDonald's person and then just taking the chance of getting another delivery on my way to pick up, the nice order. And that way I've actually made more than what they originally have offered me if I just took that stacked order as is and didn't bump out that McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever.
Oh, you can decline other orders in stacks?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, you can't
cool.
decline. You have to accept them both, but once you get them, you can analyze them. And sometimes it's very obvious, like, okay, this person that's ordering from the Capitol Grill is probably making the bulk of this tip. This person that ordered a milkshake is probably not. I'm going to take them out and bump them because it's probably only a $2 order, and I'm going to just take the more expensive food in the nicer area going where I want it to go. And that's how I've been able to, I think I have it here.
Nice.
I took one out and gave me like $30 in 30 minutes.
How did she do it?
What?
Vinny's out of words.
No, I wasn't out of words.
I thought you were out of words the way you were looking. I thought you was like how amazed you were.
Listen, don't get excited about the side conversation. I know you're happy over there on that side conversation. Calm down, bro. Trust me, she got to come past me before she get to you, and I'm gonna make sure that she is safe.
Yeah, this was the one here. It was True Food Kitchen. It went 6 miles, but when it originally came in, it said the estimate was $18.73, and then it paid out $31.59. But
Nice.
I took out the trash and I added on a $10.
There you go.
True Food Kitchen.
When we tell you guys, Kiara's got gems in her bag, it's not a joke. She has thoroughly impressed every one of us on this panel. And, again, okay, we're going to go back to her ebooks. Eddie's ebook was up there. We're going to put her Uber Eats ebook back up there. And y'all remember this. She only drives Uber Eats. Imagine if she was doing some of the other ones too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro. My man Thomas Lau went to Ecuador off of Kiki's ebook, and he'll tell you that himself. You got to remember that. So anyway, all right. Next up is my man Jeff. I got to find Jeff's link again. Go ahead, Jeff. What's your tip of the week, brother?
Oh, tip of the week. All because, a lot of us drivers, we don't have Lux anymore. So now we're forced to drive a lower tier. But this is how I'm irritating the hell out of them. What you got to do is don't start off a street with a long ride. Don't do that. Start off a street with a short ride. Because I figured out what they're doing. They're trying to push you to take the long ride so you don't get 2 streaks an hour. I was getting 2 streaks per hour, making $36 in streaks, and I was getting 4 rides in that hour. So I would take short ride, short ride, short ride, short ride. That 4th ride would start a new streak. So had I took a long ride in the beginning, I would have not gotten $36 worth of streaks in that 1 hour. I would only got $18 of streaks in that hour. Pick out the long ride. Do not start a streak with a long ride. Take your chances on just bypass. It might look good. It might be $16 for 16 miles. You might be like, but if I just hurry up and get like a 4-mile ride, start my streak, I can get a few of those. Always start off your streak with a short ride, especially if it's early in the hour. Like if it's 302, 303, start it out early. If you're at the end of the hour, like 350, take whatever you can get. Because at that point, the hour's over. You ain't gonna be able to do it. But if you're in the beginning of that hour, pick out all those long rides. Like I said, I was killing yesterday. I made about 4 or 5 hours of driving, almost $300. I was just doing like streaks. That was it. I was picking out all long rides, doing nothing but short rides. That was it. Now I was like, that's how I got to do it now. I got to play them like that because Lux is not on my app no more. So I'm doing Lyft, and I'm super strategic with making sure I get as much free money as I can get. If it ain't no free money, my app ain't on. Just don't do it like that.
Hey, I mean, you ain't wrong, brother. You're not wrong for that, dude. You're not wrong for that. All right, in the upper left-hand corner, I got the Gig Wars merch app up. And I don't know if Tony's seen my answer to his question. His question was, will Brandon be getting a pizza sponsorship? And I said, hell no, because Brandon is a big boy. That shit'll get expensive real quick.
Get him Little Caesars. Get him Little Caesars, deep dish.
We also call Domino's corporate and be like, hey,
wait. You guys are off your rocker.
Listen, that's a staple. People are noticing that he likes pizza and it's a thing. Now we want pizza.
I mean, I'm in Chicago. It's like against the law to not like pizza. Hello.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
That's pineapple.
Ain't no way in hell.
Yeah, Chicago pizza comes with brass.
Within like 5
There's
blocks
no
from
way
me,
in
there's
hell.
40 pizza restaurants. I have to like pizza.
There's no way in hell his building's going to let him in with a Domino's pizza box or a Little Caesars pizza box.
I will get thrown out of that apartment so fast. Hell no.
Bro, he's in a $9,000 penthouse. He's way up here.
No,
Wait,
not that much.
$9,000.
Damn, $9,000.
I do have a couple of private clients that are in the penthouse suites, though.
See? So,
no building you live in?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Wait,
When you live in Chicago, this is the trick to living in Chicago. Spend all your money before you get killed. Just have high fucking bills. Just spend that shit as quick as you can. Get rid of it. Motherfucker, find the most expensive house you can find, expensive cars, eat dinner out every fucking night because you're going to die quick.
Or maybe not and make all of us as beneficiaries.
Brandon, you have clients that live in your building?
Yeah,
you got
clients. Oh my gosh, wow.
All right. Moving on. Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie's $5 ebook, upper left-hand corner. You can scan that QR code, take a look at it. If you like it, he'll bang it out for you. Eddie, because you've been doing good, bro. And I say it every week because I see the videos and I talk to you almost every day, right? He's the only one that likes me, y'all, outside of the garage. That's all I'm going to say. If I text Brandon, I don't know. If I text Brandon, I don't know what the hell.
Vinny tries to pick on me. Vinny tries to pick on me to see if I get like.
Hey, I've been watching the replays. Eddie's been cheating on Vinny with him.
Yeah, with Novice, right? You didn't hear me last week.
I watch the replays when I get off work.
Hey.
I told Eddie, bro, I'm done with your ass. You're cheating ass. You and Novice can have the show. I'm out.
It was kind of weird.
All right, Eddie. What's your tip of the week? Eddie? Come on.
Yeah. Hey, we always talk about the pivot. Stick to the pivot. And I don't know. Like right now, I'm doing more videos, and I'm putting little foamy things on my studio. Those backlights that I did, for which I actually did a review on these lights and putting them up and all that stuff. And I'm doing another one again with the foams. So keeping busy doing things. So I'm technically not taking a break, and I have a problem not waking up after 5 a.m. It sucks, and I can't sleep. It's 10:30 and I can't sleep, but it's because I'm so used to freaking driving.
Well, you got to put in the work, bro. You
Yeah.
got to put in the work. All right. Back up, upper left hand corner. King of all drivers. Come on, king of all drivers. What you got? What you got for us? And God damn it, don't make it an hour long.
Since everyone's advertising theirs, I might as well start advertising mine. If you're in Chicago and you want to learn how to make the big boy bucks, no matter what ride type you do, send me a DM in Discord. I do a $100 private lesson. I will get you set up. I'll tell you exactly where to go, exactly where you need to be, what time you need to be there, what all the events are for the next couple of months. I guarantee you'll make at least double the amount of money you're making now. I have 11 people that have ordered my service, and they all went from making $1,500 to $2,000 a week to making $3,000 to $4,000 a week. But they're working ridiculous hours, but they're making that money now because I set them in the right direction. Anyway, besides that, for a tip, so support your local Chicago deep dish restaurant. That's my tip of the week. No, seriously.
Support your local what?
Support your local Chicago deep dish restaurant.
They need to pay Brandon. You better pay Brandon good money.
Anyway, no, seriously. The real tip though is that learn from us. Seriously, like a lot of you guys think I'm crazy, but you forget that like a lot of the things I do, I'm doing because I'm making sacrifices to find out different things. Like I'm not going in all these different vehicles just for the heck of it. I'm doing it because I'm running experiments, learning what works, what doesn't work, what gets me better tips, what doesn't, and. Out of all the vehicles I've had, as far as tips, aside from the Escalade, which is completely different, the vehicle that made me the most money was actually the Audi Q7, and I had it wrapped. I did spend $6,000 to get the vehicle wrapped, but within 6 months, I made $9,000 in just tips. So
that's impressive.
Just let that sink in.
You can say that.
Yeah. That's amazing.
You don't even have to be an Audi Q7. It can be like a Tesla or something. Just like if you live in a big city, get your vehicle wraps. People
with what?
People with like
black. Get it wrapped.
The original color of my Audi Q7 was silver. And then I had it wrapped matte black by this wrap detailer in Chicago, and he did my wheels, he deleted my chrome, he completely blacked the entire thing out. It's not even like a nice car like to Chicago standards, but because of the fact that it was such a unique color and no one else in the streets had an SUV that was wrapped like that. I multiple times a night I would get people like, "Oh man, I love your car, it's so nice." And then I even had some people like, "Hey man, I love your car, I see that you're a driver," and I give them my card like as I'm driving someone else because they're like, "Wow, this car is so unique." Like that, I'm going to an event somewhere. Can I get your card? And I got so much business from that.
Right, you made a more basic thing like a rock star.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah. So it's like what Jeff says, right? And you want to make your vehicle not necessarily stand out, but you want to make it different,
memorable
than everybody else's car.
Right.
I don't think memorable is the right word. I think you want to stand out, but that doesn't mean go put 28,000 strings of RGB.
You want them to remember you, because if you're like everyone else here who has a Lexus ES or a Lincoln MKZ hybrid, they're not even going to consider to remember you, or not even consider to ask you for your business card. But if you got something that's unique, it doesn't even have to be high end. It can be medium tier, like what I had, and right away they're like, "Oh my god, I remember this guy." You know,
Do
and
you know how many
Kiki's
so let
dead.
me ask you a question to the offside. Let me ask you an offside question to that. So you want your vehicle to stand out, right?
Yeah.
To your customers.
Yes. For anything above
but
the
you don't want your vehicle to stand out to the police. So like me, I just want to blend the fuck in.
Yeah, but see,
with blue hair.
See,
listen, this is somebody with blue hair. I just want to blend the fuck in.
So funny,
exactly.
I just want to blend the fuck in. I just want to fit in where the fuck everybody else is.
Funny that you mentioned the police because twice I get pulled over.
That blue hair.
You got
that blue hair.
Brandon, we got you.
We can see all my windows.
I just be trying to blend in.
Listen, Cray-Cray's got the right answer.
Her name's red. Her hair's blue. I don't know where we're going next.
Girl. Like motherfucker, blue hair is you're not.
Oh, like decals for the windows.
Think about your life choices. What do you do?
RideShare Garage.
All right, I set myself up for that.
You know what you mean, Jeff?
I set myself up for it.
I am normal, Jeff. Fuck off.
Emotional damage.
Oh my God!
Everybody got blue hair. You the bald headed motherfucker around here.
You messed around and stepped into the garage, woman. You ain't this ain't Dunkin' Donuts. This is a garage. You will get caught. We all been caught. We have all been caught.
I opened the door, I asked for it, and I can hang with it. I'm good.
Oh, and
all right.
Speaking of sponsorships, speaking of sponsorships, if I'm still,
it's a 30-second tip, but let's go.
If I'm still around next year, all I gotta say is this.
Godiva. Oh, there you go. Godiva chocolate. And what was the cologne? Tom Jones.
No. I'm saying
Tom Ford.
Listen.
Ford.
Tom Jones.
Not the chocolate. Just look at the company name.
Sounds like an R&B.
I'm going to get them next year because I have their number for the top person in the country.
Well, listen.
When they come here next year, I'm going to ask them to sponsor us.
Okay. Well, as long as it's us, then we'll promote them. Yes. Godiva is some good goddamn chocolate though. Fuck that. That's some good goddamn chocolate.
That is good.
The amount of stuff they gave me was ridiculous. I have like 50 of these. I can't.
You have the little
I've
balls?
been giving them away.
All right, mail me one.
Ron, we got to finish this up. Ron, it's 11:42, guys.
We might go over 3 hours. Overtime, Vinny. We might go overtime, but okay, here we go.
Oh my God!
Real quick. Okay, can you guys? Is my mic good?
Just say what you gotta say.
It's good enough.
Mic good? Can you hear?
Do not hold up a box of This is my chocolate.
He sounds like shit. Don't lie to him. Tell him the truth. He sounds like shit.
Okay, you gotta let me know because I gotta fix. I'm trying to fix this thing on the Chromebook. Anyway, so here's what I did over the weekend, right? So I had to pivot big time, and what I realized, I did my little research for about a day. Wait, what'd you say now? What happened? I didn't hear.
Nothing. Driven Dad was talking to Brandon. Go ahead, Ron.
God, okay, all right. Vinny, this is your fault, by the way. Anyways, look. So,
my fault.
It is. Put us all together in this group, and it's your fault. So here's the thing. I had to pivot this weekend. So Saturday, I had a trip that took me north up to West Palm Beach from the Fort Lauderdale airport. I needed that to happen because this is what I realized in the market. I used a passenger app to check different spots of the Miami market. West Palm Beach did not have a lot of Premier cars, nor did they have a lot of Comfort Electric. So I went up there, and I was working my butt up there. It took me 12 hours to get to $320. All righty? I mean, it worked. It worked with that pivot. Because not only did it do it, it pushed me into Port St. Lucie, which is a whole different market. So if you guys actually look at the market, Port St. Lucie is right above Stewart. They don't have Comfort Electric. They don't have Premier. However, the Uber X up there was giving me $1 to $1.12 a mile. So I was making average about $10 a trip for like 6 minutes. So the tip for today is if you need to leave your zone, do your little research on the passenger app. Look around to see where the cars are not. And especially the ride types. Go ahead and move yourself away. I wanted to do a lot of Premier and I wanted to do Comfort Electric, and West Palm Beach had it. Even though it was an hour away, I had a trip that took me from Fort Lauderdale up there, so I was lucky. I was blessed for it. However, if I didn't get a trip, I would have dead modded up there just to give you that tip. Number two, Vinny.
Okay.
Can you pull up
number two,
Vinny?
Damn, number two.
Can you put up my YouTube channel, Vinny? Can you put up my YouTube channel, please?
Nope.
All right, well.
So,
Eddie.
So you telling me if I open up my
Eddie's
app and I'm looking for rides and I see these little balls, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, all I see is these little balls, man.
Vinny, I need you to pull up my website for a reason. The YouTube channel. Where did Vinny go?
He timed himself out.
Those little balls. No, shit. Vinny had to time
talking about your
out.
channel?
That shit was crazy, man. Oh, that's
yeah.
Are you talking about your channel?
Can you put my YouTube channel real quick?
Jeff, you done got me twice tonight, Jeff. That's twice you done put me in timeout.
Vinny got it.
What, the link or this? Show it on the screen?
On the screen. Just show it on the screen.
Nah, Eddie's gonna have to do all that. I don't.
Wait, hold on.
What are we showing? Your YouTube channel about the Uber Black?
No, just show the channel. Hey, you promote.
I got it.
Man.
Well, you should have put that in the comments down below so we could add that done. Right, we ain't taking no tours of Aruba here with your little fancy hat.
He's got a green background. You know what green means, right?
Money. That's what it means. Money. I answered it quick.
Money.
So, hey,
you look like you go on a fishing trip. I'm like, damn, is this channel about fishing? I'm gonna watch this shit. What is this about?
I was in Orlando when I took that picture. By the way, I was in a Camaro Super Sport, and I was. All
right, what's the tip, Ron? What's the tip?
I wanted to promote my channel. Hey, I wanted to promote my channel. You promote everybody else's thing, but you don't promote my channel, man.
Because we can't hear you.
You can hear me.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hello. Can you hear me now?
All right.
Anyways, I did want to talk about the Uber Black Miami. I did want to talk about that. I wanted to ask you, did you hear anything about it? Because I went online and I did a little research on it. So I wanted to know if you any or novice.
Crying, bro.
Say it again?
What's the tip though?
No, we're good. We're good. I'm just crying. What's the tip though?
There was no tip. I just wanted to promote my channel. By the way, follow the RideShare. I've been putting out videos each and every day. Hey. All right, help a brother out.
Hey, seriously though. Hey, y'all check out the RideShare Culture YouTube channel. I gotta admit, but straight up, I gotta admit, not only do I never get notified of his videos, because he's got me blocked on him that I can't get notifications from his goddamn YouTube channel that he wants to come into the garage and promote, right? Wow. I go and I check everybody's channel every day. Everybody in this group, I go check their channel. So if I'm not getting notified, I can at least watch their videos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so I just want to put it out there. But Ron has more videos.
You create a short.
He gets a good microphone, though. I mean, listen, bro, we got to work on that audio. Okay,
you just need
your audio is.
Would you like to go
bass
fishing?
You know what, Ron?
Me neither.
You can come to our YouTube. You can come to our YouTube. How to develop a YouTube channel for rideshare drivers and gig workers. That class is currently being constructed, and it's a little more than we thought it was going to be. But Ron, you can get a discount code. Pay Eddie $20. That's your discount code. And Eddie's got a microphone.
Every day, make a new video about some random shit like, would you like to go to Jamaica? Me neither. Please come watch my channel. See, those words go into the fucking algorithm. Just keep making.
And then as soon as they start looking at Jamaica, my video comes up.
That's true. Saskatchewan. Me neither. Please come watch my channel.
Oh, God.
He say some new shit every day.
Nah.
Would you like to go to Nantucket with me and my grandmother? Me neither, motherfucker. Please go watch my channel.
You guys are supposed to see that.
See?
Man, you got Vinny red, Eddie. Eddie, you got Vinny very red. He's red in the face. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's it, man. That's it. Just wait. I'm gonna tell you something, you motherfucker. I know how to fuck you up too.
I need headshots. I need headshots.
Oh, holy God, Eddie, you motherfucker. Eddie, I'll catch that motherfucker. I'll tell you.
Hey, Eddie.
I gotta put him in a Yoda.
Eddie, that's a new one for the morning show, bro. Instead of doing the dog,
What are you even saying, Tony?
I can well.
You gotta say something after that.
I'm getting.
Hey man, don't stop hating on my boy Steven, man.
Man, we gotta go, bro. We gotta go. That shit is
We're gonna shut
ridiculous.
down the YouTube channel, hey man. And we talk about Target like that, all right?
That motherfucker
Don't
said,
talk
Eddie
about
said,
Target
Eddie said,
like
Jeff,
that. What?
Eddie said, I got you.
Be at peace with RideShare with Jeff the Bear. Man, fuck you, Eddie.
Come on, somebody just did my background check. I just got notification.
Oh, God. Only you can talk trash to make a difference. All right, y'all. Hey, that's it, man. I can't handle it no more. We got to go, bro. We got to go. This shit's off the rails.
Where's Eddie's tit? We didn't get no Eddie.
Yep.
Tip already. See your pivots. Work on your pivots. When you ain't got nothing to do, just work on your pivots.
That's it, bro. All right. Hey, look, we got to go. It's fucking 3 hours. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all on the panel. I appreciate everybody showing up on the channels tonight. Hope we didn't bore you too much. And at the end of the day, bro, do what you got to do because ain't nobody coming to save you.
Can I just say?
Ain't nobody coming to save you.
Can I just say I just got notification that Uber did a silent background check on me. No clue they were doing it. I just got it.
That's how mine always come. I never get notified. I always get notified.
I would love to have a background check.
I know you would.
Well, it's a good thing you came on tonight, and Sergio came on tonight too. So,
man, I got a headache. Y'all got me crying so hard on this damn thing tonight, boy. Look at here.
Doubt it.
Making sure that
driven that. Yeah, I keep telling these guys to send me headshots so I can do the meme wars thing, and then everybody can laugh and be like, hey, put it on the shirt.
Rainbow Bear, Jeff, RideShare Bear.
The RideShare Bear.
RideShare Bear. Who's to be like Smokey the Bear. Tips and advice.
I take the motherfucker around the parked car. Give me a tip, goddammit. Like you a mean ass bear.
No, we got to get one with Jeff. We got to get the Jeff Care Bear kicking the chicken nuggets. That's what we got to get. The Jeff Care Bear kicking the nuggets.
We need Red smashing the Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh shit.
Hey, you should y'all know, right? You know, don't get kicked in the nuggets.
Oh my God, that's good. That's real good.
Oh God. Yeah, it would be to you, Ron. We know you like them little balls. We'll be all right though. All right, y'all. Hey, look, we're out of here, man. We're out of here. We gotta go. All right, we'll see y'all next time.